Boom! Today's a Mondo day. In Mondo, not just the Mondo brand, we're just going to talk about Wolverine, this beautiful boy and his thick body.
And his thick, hairy body.
Thick, hairy body, as any Wolverine should be. Okay.
What is this music? This is like from Dune, but
it's like somebody's hip hop remix of Dune.
Yeah, it's like a hip hop remix of Dune. What the fuck is this shit?
Well, it's called hip hop Dune. So I guess that's it.
Yeah.
So good morning, everybody. Yes, big morning to talk about this Wolverine. And if you guys don't watch the Mondo live streams that they do, you should do that because they answer a lot of stuff. They show off the figures. They talk about the articulation, the changes. They show you like the process of the figure. So pretty much any question you have gets answered, including, they were pretty confident, but they needed to do an actual check of taking the Logan head and putting it on the new Wolverine body to see if it works. It's supposed to be the same peg size, but they want to double check that.
Right. Yes. If you want to know more about the Mondo process, which I think everybody obviously is here for, because right out the gate it's 130 people. Then you should watch. You watch their channel. They'll just give you. You'll just get all that information. You know what I mean?
You would get that information. You know what I mean? I gotta say, man, it's just one of my favorite companies, hands down. Period. Start to finish. Okay.
Wait, hold on. Are you getting like freebies? Why you're very complimentary.
No, I've been complimentary, but even before I got a freebie. Finally. And we'll talk about it. It's not the X-Men stuff that I got. Nope, I paid for that. I paid for that $245 thick, hairy boy, as we called him. Yeah. So, good morning to the chat. Do you want to go through the chat a little bit?
Yeah, I'll go through the chat. Jonathan, don't worry, buddy. I got you.
Thank you.
Video Power Gaming is here. Good morning. I'm here for the comedy. Ethan Redmond, so excited for this giveaway. Is there a giveaway that's happening? I didn't realize. Matthew Lloyd, good morning. John Inglis, good morning. Ravenous Lobo Production. This is the Haulathon. Good morning. Damn, it's early over here in Cali. Yes, it's early, and I slept like 2 hours. That's what happens when you have a kid. Scott Baker, morning, folks. Dave D, also with the morning, everyone. You got the gunslinger himself, Gunslinger for sure. Whole family still sleeping. Why are you guys up? Why is there 190 people? I really don't know. People must be interested in Mondo. Blue Sky Guy, good morning and happy Friday. Brad Hawk Talk, good morning, friends. Skew Raider, bunch of emojis. Okay. You got Killa King, morning. Emily Peterson is saying good morning. Celestial M. Knight, the articulations of X-Men figures should not be bad because they already have those good articulations since the late 90s. My older cousins have those. Your older cousins. All right, you tell them to talk to me. Older cousins. Rabbit McGavin, good morning. Elio, SV Tracer, Radio. Retro Heart, yay Friday. Man, there's so many people in chat I can't keep up.
Do it.
You can do it, Jonathan.
Huh? You can do it.
Ethan Redmond, Devin Decker, who always knows everything.
He does.
It's a little irritating, let's face it. Deep Space Niner, I'm joking. Sean's here. Sean He. Anonymous review. Never been here before. My dad is in surgery, and I promised I would enter this giveaway for. Well, if that is true, then I wish him the best, of course. Okay. Jeffrey Kildea, Alex Button, LFIV or LF4. Is that? Rocky 4? Yeah, that's I always have to do Rocky. I think of Rocky 4, and that's how I know the thing, John. The
nice.
Roman number. You got Michael Shane, Jelly Figs, and much more. I can't read anymore, John.
It's okay.
What did I miss? What did I
The
miss
super chat.
when I was reading all that?
The super chat.
Oh, do you want to grab it? Where is that?
Right here. Trying to
Backseat driver super chat 5. You say, I tried entering the giveaway, but every time I commented, hashtag got deleted. Is there anything I could do to still participate? So if Michael, I don't know if you're watching, if you can put Zach Seat Driver in your list. There's a giveaway today that, thank you for a super chat, by the way, that the giveaway is a Ramen Toy giveaway, giving away the Super M.U.S.K, and the list is getting pulled by Ramen Toys. We are simply the announcers that are announcing when is this going to come out, but there has been YouTube, I don't know, deleting comments. It's a, it's the whole thing. But I'm highlighting this because Ramen Toys is they're pulling the list and then they're going to give us the list. Okay.
yes.
But
And if they don't, well, sorry.
Huh?
I said, and if they don't, well, sorry. They don't give us the list.
John, you want to get the fucking energy up a little bit, maybe? All right.
What do you mean?
Oh God.
What are you talking about? I'm over here thinking about how I want to expose Sir Mustard Shitface or whatever his name was on Ramen Toys video.
Wait, what happened?
It was one of those comments that got shared in our group chat where we're trying to like take care of all these people, whether or not they got their names tagged or whatever. Like the tags weren't going through.
Yeah, no good deed no good deed goes unpunished, because Ace is like, hey, we should do a giveaway, and we're like, yeah, sure, give us a list, and we'll do it. And then I think I took like 20 comments that were on my video, and I had to one by one be like, here's another thing that got lost. Here's another thing that got lost. Here's another thing that got lost. And then I was like, oh my God, I want to fucking bite my own fucking hand right off. What is Laser Pen saying? YouTube holds hashtag comments. You have to approve that. Not just that. There's a lot of comments they hold.
It's they're not getting held that you have to approve. They're just, YouTube is just seeing spam and deleting them. There's so many times comments do not go into the held section on the back end. They just disappear.
Yeah. I think if John and I did a giveaway ourselves where we could dictate the rules. Huh?
Which we've done.
I think maybe we do Google Forms or something. I don't know, dude. How do you got to pick that energy level up? Your professional YouTube. Am I? Hal, I don't like that you change your fucking avatar. It throws me off. Trash around my plastic. Super chat $2. Salutations, super chat. Because I need attention. Trash around my plastic, John. Is sending us something. Well, he's sending me something, but it kind of applies to both of us. That I think you're going to find interesting, and will make a good topic in the future.
Okay.
How far into the stream does the list get announced? I don't know. We are waiting for. Did you get probably an hour in or something? Okay, we're waiting for somebody to generate and get us the list.
Yeah, and plus, let's face it. If you're asking, it means you don't want to be here for any of it, except for that. So, believe it or not, this is a weekly stream. We do every Friday at this time, and we talk about whatever topic we want to have that week. Okay. Last week was Ramen Toy. This week is Mondo Wolverine, and there just happens to be a giveaway at some point during this live stream, which is not about a giveaway. So if you came here only for the giveaway, I think I feel sorry for us.
Yeah, this is there's got to be one person that's here that's like, what the fuck is this? I wanted a free sewer, and I gotta deal with these knuckleheads. John, your background today actually makes me sad. I know you're moving. I know it's not your fault, but like, I'm used to seeing wonderful toys behind you. And now it's just, whoa, hey, what? All right, what's going on? How are you doing this?
Welcome to the Apple Circle Ring, whatever the hell it's called. Today, we're going to talk about the new iPhone and how it's exactly like the old one, but just fractionally, marginally better. Let's go. Inside the Apple Circle
Whoa!
Ring thing, you'll see we also like plants,
Wow, I
which is
love
why
that.
even our hallways in between the circle require much sunlight and plants.
Have you ever had like a have you ever had like a very like not corporate job, but like a Silicon Valley type job, like with Silicon Valley type culture? Like have you ever
I mean,
you
I've
did
worked web design, so I have like that kind of small, you know, team idea of like a startup or whatever.
okay. I didn't get the job. I applied to Riot Games. Do you know
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah,
Riot Games makes fuck, what is the video game? League of Legends,
yeah.
Moby. They make Moby games or whatever. And I applied to them as a writer, okay? And I got 4 interviews in and they let me go. I got the first interview, then a phone interview, then another phone interview, then the interview when you go there. And it reminded me of like that shit. It was like you go there and it's like, and I've never had one of these jobs. Every one of my jobs is a fucking, I don't know, it has not been like this, but it was like one of these like, here's the resting room. Like here's like if you're tired and you want to take a nap, this room you just you rest.
Yeah.
And then here's the place and there's free food and there's like free, and I'm like, this place can't possibly sustain. But like it was like this like resort. And of course they didn't get the. They probably took one look at me. They're like, "What the fuck? You don't belong in this culture.
Yeah.
You're not resting room material." I,
Well,
I felt very like I didn't belong there, and I obviously didn't because they didn't hire me.
you're like, yeah, I'm going to use that restroom. And they're like, no, it's just you look at it. Because if you actually rest in it, your supervisor or manager or
Right, you're fired.
project manager is going to come over and be like, "Ugh, did you get that stuff done? Did you do this thing? How about that? What did the client say? What is this? Blah, 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 blah. Hey, we need you because this thing." And it's like, oh,
Yeah, they just fire your ass.
yeah.
That's Yeah, so they probably saw your YouTube. No, I didn't have a YouTube channel at that time. So no, that's not possible. 4 interviews, what the hell? I got 2 interviews at Creative Studios. A writer didn't make it. Yeah, yeah, it was like one of these places. The closest job that I ever had to that, I told you I worked at Activision, right?
Yes.
Sounds like completely fucking
No,
checked out.
I'm like distracted by the comments, but yes, go.
Yeah.
Activision. You worked at
Oh,
Activision. Yes.
yes. Okay, let's get to the super chat. 9.99 super chat. My first hashtag disappeared. Post another one. Guess what? I don't care if it's there or not. I want a super much, so I bought one with money. Suck your tears back in, entitled toddlers. Wow. Well, thank you for the super chat, Deep Space Niner. I do think you're on the list because I want to say you were one of the people that wrote on my channel and was given over to, like, there were people who were just like, I'm not being seen. I don't know. So but the list is massive, by the way. Okay, the odds are very slim. But yes, thank you for the $10 super chat. Anyway, John, I actually do want to give you just some of the culture here. I worked at Activision before they got bought at Blizzard. Okay, and we worked in a place called the Dungeon. That's how game testers were treated. My job
Yes.
started at 5 p.m. It was 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. It was a night shift job. I was doing it while I was in college. The games I worked on were True Crime Streets of LA and Spider-Man 2.
Oh
And you were
wow.
just a game tester. So like it was literally like you'd go to this dungeon, you'd go down to the bottom floor, you had a special elevator because God forbid any developer was in with you, you're like a nothing, okay? They made sure to know in Activision that like, hey, you're nothing. So go in this nothing hallway, take this nothing elevator, talk to no one, or you will be fired. get down to the dungeon, and then the dungeon was like as close as you can get to Shredder's fucking lair in TMNT1. It was just basically like a bunch of punks playing video games. I was in my how old was I? No, I was in my 20s. Um, and just playing video games, and you were purposely put in this dark room with these dark like blinders, like you put on a horse, but they put that on the table. There's a long table, and they specifically built these things. So like, God forbid you don't look at somebody, God forbid, and they would just like play you fucking monkey, and like and the only time you get up is either for lunch or a break or to go to this raggedy ass computer in the back and input your bugs. They literally give you a notepad, and you'd have to write down your bugs. Like, oh, here's a bug on level 3. And then you would go to the thing and be like, there's a bug on level 4 and this and that. And then you have questions. You talk to the supervisor or something and this and that. It was a horrible environment. And they made sure to know, they're like, you never don't talk to this person. Don't go up to this floor. Very, very,
Jesus.
very mean culture.
Disgusting. Sounds like a bunch of losers down in that little basement.
Yeah. Oh, they were a bunch of dude. I remember this one dude. I remember we were playing Soul Calibur in the break room, but like not on a cabinet, like on Xbox. And it was like we were all into it. Okay, we were like just fucking like everybody was into it. And this one fucking dude, I still remember, he was like a wannabe actor or something. And he comes up and he stands right in front of the TV and he goes, "Dude, look how much meatballs they gave me in this meatball sub." And everybody was like, "Get the fuck out of this!" Like everybody started yelling. He's like, "Oh, sorry." And then he walked away, tripped, hit the Xbox, and pulled the plug.
Oh my God.
And that dude, we did not stop trashing him. Like it was a month of relentless like, hey, you want to show us your fucking meatball sub again? And we like nobody ever fucking forgot it.
That guy needs to become a character. You need to write him into something.
I mean, he might be dead.
Because of his because he trips over so much stuff, or because someone got tired of his shit.
I think somebody he's a dude that has no situational instinct.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people with no situational instinct,
Yeah.
I feel like they just die early. They just die young. He's like one of these guys who's like, he's the type of dude that would see like a shooting going on or like a holdup going on in a gas station, and he walks in like, like, "I just want some gas. Hey, what's going on? Oh God!" Like he's like one of these guys. Like,
did you know Maria Menounos is at the gas pumps now?
Hey, is that guy showing off his pistol? I want to get a closer look. Oh God. Zero situational awareness, man.
Yeah, I see that shit all the time. Video Power Game with the $5 said, no wonder Activision had all that scandal.
Oh, dude, the culture was horrible, man. Ugh. Horrible. Like Activision deserved to get burned down to the ground.
Look, I'm tired of Activision. Okay, they can eat poop, because today we got to talk about the point of the thumbnail and the title is this. Mondo. So there's actually two wonderful things that you can grab right now. So first of all, let's look at this poster, because this is a reproduction of, look at how big it is.
Oh my God, that thing's, I didn't notice that there was a man standing behind the poster.
Yeah. So they have the size, it's 24 by 36, which is a very large poster. Was that like standard posters you would get at like Walmart, or is that even larger?
That is a holy shit! What are the measurements on it? I don't know.
24 by 36.
That's a 24 by 36. Looks
yeah.
Huge. Yeah, 24 by 36 is like your standard like poster size.
Okay. Stunning work.
Yeah, let's spotlight this unknown artist, Jim something.
It looks so good at this scale. It's like what's nice is that you're getting all the details, but nothing's like lost. You know what I mean? Like being blown up this size. Which, who knows? Maybe the original was this size or larger.
Damn it! Don't make me buy this poster, John.
God, it's beautiful. It's $80.
$80. I don't have that kind of money.
So this and the figure are timed editions. So rather than having a limited amount of items, they're doing it as a limited time, which is important because whenever Rogue went up, it was like a limit of 1,000 or 1,500 figures or something. So you could only buy as many as you could buy. Now it's open. So maybe they expect or just want to allow more than 1,000 people to get these things. So let's get into this.
Actually, before you do, hold on. Let's grab the super chats just so they don't get lost.
Okay.
Did we do this on the Wonder? Activision had all that scandal. Thank you, Video Power Gaming. Then we got the Trash Around My Plastic. Thank you, buddy. $5. So you're saying Grandma's Boys based on your time in Activision. Dude, I connected so much to that movie because of Activision. Because like I was like they I mean, obviously the movie was very farcical, but they captured like the pecking order pretty well, and like how it's like when you're just a fucking punk tester, nobody gives a shit about you. You are told from the beginning, and you're also told like if you're expecting to move up the ladder from tester, it doesn't really happen that much, you know. Like people come into these jobs like already, so whatever. Meatball Guy, the new character. Thank you, buddy, for the $4.99. Yes, Meatball Guy, I can work with. John, can we make Meatball Guy a new fucking character somehow?
I mean, that was kind of what I was saying.
Yeah, we'll put him in. We'll put him in our script that we're working on for Jimmy Tatsu and Aruku Saki, which we already have. Not only the opening introduction to Jimmy Tatsu, but the opening introduction, I think, to Aruku Saki. So we're getting there, man. We're gonna fucking write this thing.
Yeah. Don't you worry.
Yeah. John, continue.
Okay. Mondo, Wolverine. This isn't their first run. Okay. That's okay. This is the version of the Wolverine that we've all wanted from the get-go. And if you watched my review of the first version, well, the version that was laying in the bed, the exclusive version.
Right.
I wasn't really a happy boy about that guy. There were a lot of things I liked about it. At the end of the day,
that's still one of your best thumbnails.
Yeah.
Where he's holding a pillow.
The pillow is everything. That's the highlight of the box is a 1/6 scale pillow.
Yeah, so, it did come with a pillow, right?
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
I never took it out of the box.
Yeah, cardboard bed, but a real pillow. So you need like a diorama maker to make the full bed.
Okay.
Look, so this is like, it's officially the short boy that everybody has wanted. And in comparison to the old one, they do have this photo, which is nice. So you can actually see the size difference, the artistic changes.
Oh, wow. I didn't know they had a comparison.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There is a lot of chatter on the internet about his boots not
I was going to mention the boots.
Yeah. That's like the number one thing. People are like, how come the boots don't have these high like wing tips or whatever?
Is that maybe like an X-Men 97 thing?
Well, it is labeled as X-Men 97. So there's like X-Men 97 is way more angular overall. So there's this like deep blend between the two. But Alex said he also was really trying to find this like balance between all the iterations of Wolverine from the comics and the cartoons and stuff, and have this like great balance. And with all of these heads that are in their box, you actually have X-Men 97 heads and then X-Men 92 head, which is technically what this one in the right is. So there's a difference in the way
I like the X-Men 97 head better anyway.
Yeah. And Wolverine is one of those that at the end of the day, it's fine. It looks the same. I think maybe his hair was different. Was it more blue originally? I know the figure was more blue.
Yeah, even on the newer figure, the one where Wolverine is wearing a jacket, the hair has blue. The hair is like is mostly blue, I want to say.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
This one, it's all black.
Looks like it, yeah. So the cowl on the 92 version, it's also the cut around the face. Like the mouth has more like around the lips and stuff. It is different, so it is sculpted differently from the other heads. But yeah, so this is this really unique blend between the two of them. But that's what's cool about the Wolverine design, is that it didn't stray so far. Like if you got Rogue, if she released as a 97, you would have a very obvious change in the way her hair looks, and you'd be like,
Right.
"Man, this is kind of a bummer."
Right.
And then instead of including the actual frame like they had last time, they have an enamel pin of the photo, which is cool.
Oh, so they made that into a pin? That's interesting.
Yeah, it's not available to look at. Yeah, here it is.
Huh. I wonder. I mean, I like that. I'm just wondering what was.
Just to do something different, and they didn't want to include accessories that you had already gotten from the previous one, so that's why we don't have like the previous Wolverine had the intro effects and the turkey leg and stuff, so those are limited. Rather than reusing stuff, they just wanted all new things here, which I agree with. I think that's the right way to do it.
Yeah, I like. And the Sentinel base is different than the Rogue base.
Mhm.
By the way, Arturo Castillo, I just told Ace's guy to put your name on again. It's another fucking shit show name fucking thing. I do want to highlight this. Hold on one second. What did somebody said? Somebody else here worked at Activision. Hold on a second. The fuck is that chat?
And then for those that are wondering about the articulation and stuff, the people, that's like the only thing people can, I think they're just saying that to try to prevent themselves from buying this. Like people complain, like they have to find something to be like, oh, but the articulation, we saw it like right in the beginning of the chat. Somebody complaining about articulation, but
What is this Wolverine? Any Venomous? By the way, when did you work there? I'm just very curious. Is this articulation on this any less than the other Wolverine?
it's more than the other Wolverine.
So what's the I guess what's the complaint?
I think people have this perception that Mondo doesn't have great articulation, and I think even in my reviews with the like Gambit, I thought when I bought Gambit, I was like, he's just gonna feel like a giant Marvel Legends that you can't really articulate because of the jacket and stuff. But I was getting like crazy poses out of that dude. Like he has great articulation. And Cyclops and Wolverine have double jointed elbows. So they're some of the best now. Plus, he's got this new ab crunch. But I will say, even if they didn't have good articulation, I'd be fine. You and I have both talked about this plenty of times, but you have like three things. You have paint, sculpt, and articulation. And I don't
Right.
know anybody that has all three, because at some point the articulation cuts into the sculpt, right?
Yeah.
So I've always considered Mondo as like the purest visual representation of whatever it is that they're showing off. So the Batman stuff, Spider-Man, X-Men, it looks exactly as you want it to. It's beautiful, sculpt-wise and paint-wise. They really know how to do cell shading and not make it feel gross. McFarlane. The articulation, so like Jubilee just has like a single jointed elbow or whatever. It's not the best thing in the world, but at the end of the day, you can get really anything you'd want for these characters, and it's the best representation that you can get visually. But now we have levels of articulation with his shoulders and biceps that he can actually do this. They did it in their live stream. I don't know if there's a photo, but he can actually get his arms up and do that like traditional cross to X pose, which is sweet.
That Cyclops is the best. That Cyclops is the best fucking Cyclops. I mean, like, it's, and again, yeah, you don't buy it for articulation. It's, this is more like a visual, like aesthetic thing that that you get this for. Somebody said Mondo shills. I guess I don't know. I guess we're shills, John. If we like something, you're a shill.
Yeah, that's like those buzzwords. Like people used to say snowflake for like 4 or 5 years in a row. They just hear somebody say it and then they just regurgitate it.
Yeah. Although I did do a video, John, where I was talking about I'm trying to get on the Jada shill list. That's my 2025 2025 resolution. That's one of my 2025 resolutions. Is I know that there is a I was actually thinking I was thinking that the thumbnail to that video, I was gonna call it Schiller's List, and it was gonna be a take on the Schindler List poster. But then I thought better of myself, John. I was like, I probably shouldn't do that. Okay,
No.
that's probably not the best idea.
No, I know that.
Oh, we got some member chats. Whoa, Toka.Razor gifted 20 member. Oh my God. Okay. Jesus. I gotta. Well, thank you, sir. 20 memberships. Let me do what Laser Pants does. He has a lame thing when you get a membership. He puts on glasses like he thinks he's fucking cool, and he's like memberships, and then he goes wah, 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 and he does his dumb hack sound effect that every fucking guy does, and he goes the members. We got 20 members in the chat, and then he just all the hoopla. So that's as much effects as you get. I bought out props for this. So congratulations, the 20 members. Let's face it, 10 of them are like, I'm just here to see if I can get that musk from Ramen Toy. But you're here. That's all that matters. You're here. You'll tell your friends. Your friends will tell their friends. You know, and I don't know. Next, I'm assuming that's how we grow, right? Right, Jonathan?
That's how we grow.
Yes, but this Wolverine will be mine. I am going to display him, though, Jonathan, with shirtless. I'm gonna give him the shirtless bro look.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty solid look. Are you going to do the tattered clothing or just?
Yes. Sorry, tattered clothing. I don't know if I need to go in on the Gambit thing or the like. You know, I don't know. Like that's I'm gonna recreate that poster basically. It's tattered clothing and just all fucking ready for business. I just hope that those claws are indeed really better. The ones on the Ryan Dole Wolverine were pretty good. I hope that they just keep that.
Yeah,
up.
They're similar to that.
Yeah,
they're similar to that. They're not like the original set.
Yeah,
and the X-Men 97 like charged up versions are it's their own set that plug in, so it's not like a thing that slides over these. They plug in on their own, which is cool.
Yeah, dude, look how dude, come on, man.
Yeah,
how fucking badass that is.
And the other thing is, like, I'll get comments on my videos or posts about Mondo and be like, "Oh, I won't buy them because they're quality control or whatever." And I think that's just a scenario where maybe you bought something or you saw something, but you never followed through with like what comes next. Because anytime there has been an issue with a figure, well, let's take the Rogue figures, for example. Maybe a little paint is off or the face is off or something. Not only do they reply to your email inquiry within 24 hours, but they replace everything. I mean, I made a video about that. I got the entire Rogue body replacement in an email that I said, hey, here are the heads. The heads look like this. And then just for reference, here's some other photos of body and stuff, because I know they're trying to like get data on it. And I get a full body replacement with 3 heads. So
they do, dude. They have the best customer. And I'll say this too. Guy who said Mondo shills. Not that I care.
I enjoy a product. I guess that makes me a shill.
I used to shit on these guys all the time, dude. I used to do purchase videos where I would just lay into Mondo. I had a video that I did where the fucking He-Man snapped apart. But I have to say, I have to give people flowers when they're doing better. They have because I guess they have culled down their operation to like a small group. They have since then turned around. That's why I'm like never like the fight isn't over until it's over. Okay, that's right, Alan. I love Alan Kenny. Okay, so I didn't see the emo. Um, it's never over until it's over. And like this is one where I'm just like I used to shit on them all the time. I used to dunk on them all the time. It was fun for me. You hear that, Mondo? It was fun for me to dunk on you. But then they just turned it around. You know what I mean? It's like and like I don't know. I think you have been pretty honest. I've been pretty honest about like when a company pisses you off. I just did a video yesterday at Premium DNA. They've been nice to me, but it just got on my nerves and it hit a level where I'm like, there's so much silence. I can't take all the silence. And then you just say something. And then you hope, by the way, I know for a fact that that video got to the people of Premium DNA. I know that for a fact by 3 different people. So, you know, maybe there is some kind of update, or maybe you come out of your hole, or maybe you don't. That's whatever. But like, you know, like I do have to. I know criticizing gets the most clicks, but I feel like when people do good stuff, you should mention the good stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. Mention the good stuff, and some would say that Mondo, you know, they shifted gears after they got a lot of flack from you, and they got better because of you. That's what they say on Reddit.
Reddit
subreddit. The whole subreddit.
We do have a super chat right here from Trippin Ninja. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. $10. My Joy Toy Baby Boy Turtles showed up yesterday, and they are amazing. My first TMNT line. Excited to pick up more. Thanks to both of you for the content on them. Well, you're welcome, and you're welcome for your Joy Toy. I like how he called it Baby Boy Turtles. That's the lexicon we like here. That is an addictive line. So so congratulations, and also my sympathies for getting into Joy Toy, because it's gonna be rough, man. It's gonna be fucking rough. But thank you for that. And then Video Power Gaming with the hookup right here. Ooh, we got a list, John. Oh my god, this list is fucking gigantic. Holy shit. $4.99 super chat for Johnny. Johnny, read the super chat.
Yeah. How did you make your Mondo Chance dial? I want to do one and pull it on one side with fishing line. So, yeah, that video is getting a lot of attention. I was trying to decide if I need to buy the Mondo Wolverine, because it's $245. Technically, I have one. I have the one in the bed with the picture frame. And I was like, okay, well, I got to leave this up to chance, to the universe. And I got on Amazon and I ordered a chance dial, kind of like a spin the wheel. And then you screw it in. There's like a spot behind a lot of people's doors. Like when you open your door on the wall at the bottom, there's like a little hole. I have no idea why that hole was there. And then I got this dial, and it's like, feeling like in your house, you should have a hole. And I was like, what? So that thing, you just flick it, and it's kind of like a spin the wheel.
Right. Sweet. Yes. John is very. John, you're very good at being straight-faced and to the point. No one is deleting if I oh my god, who the fuck just texted me?
Yes, Premium DNA. I guess we can say, quote unquote, made the Earthworm Jim figures. I don't know. They at least made them for a toy collector.
Yeah.
The Sesame Street figures hatters got the Sesame Street figures on lock. My favorite thing about seeing Bert and Ernie on Instagram is that everybody's like giving them like little doobies, because they have like perfect little hands to hold doobies, and they have trigger fingers. So like people are like strapping them up and putting them, making these kind of like gangster. This is so good.
Wait, with which character, John? Because sorry, somebody texted me with an infuriating, like, I have something to do with this fucking list comment. So what were you saying? What were you talking about?
People are giving them like little doobies because their hands like are
perfect. Oh, the Ernie and Bert.
And then they have trigger fingers, so they're getting those too.
Dude, you're not into that at all, huh?
Well, I want to be into it, but I am so against NECA at this time that I can't. I can't
What if I sing the Sesame
support
Street
them.
song?
That's fine. It has nothing to do with NECA at that point. I can't. Oh, this sucks.
What?
I was trying to on a Mac. You can open up your iPhone on your screen and like interact with your phone on your screen, but it won't let me right click and copy that massive list.
Do you want me to email you this fucking list?
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Because I can. This list is massive. This is everyone, dude. Everyone in the world is on this fucking list. So I don't know what, like, I don't know.
But to further my issues with buying NECA stuff, like I just won't be reviewing NECA stuff until, which means I'll probably never review them again until because they need to make like a public statement and like actually like acknowledge their customer service, especially around Donnie's Lab and the way they're basically threatening people. And
Oh, that's cute.
yeah,
That's cute that you think that they're going to do that. Okay?
no, I know they won't, but I'm
Because
not going to support their stuff. I even debated like hiding all NECA videos from my channel.
wow. But then you would hide me because I did the Ernie and Bert review.
Not from my channel.
Oh, from you. Oh, sorry. I meant like you like recommended. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Look, take a look at the list I just sent you, which is gigantic. See if you can. Will that work as a list,
Oh my god.
or does that not?
Let me copy it. I'm going to paste it over here into the wheel of names.
Yeah. Guys, by the way, bear with us again. Like this is, I got to say this one more time. This is a ramen toy giveaway. That's why the comments are on their thing. I'm trying my best to pull individual comments that got lost and give it to them. But like, this is they're gonna give us the list. We're gonna pull it. That was the deal. Okay. I think moving forward, if I were to do a fucking thing, to be honest, if I were to do like a giveaway, which I'm planning with a Flipboard once it comes in, I think I might just do like a trivia. And people are in the chat, and then like if you answer a trivia question, the first person who answers it gets the thing. That's
the Mondo does that, and I'm always like, that gets tough. I somebody won last week, and they're like, well, the person that didn't win was just. They even posted on the Facebook group that that their comment went up before the other person, but they didn't get shown as being the first.
Oh God, so that doesn't work either.
That's because that person's own internet saw their own text and submitted it in real time on their version of YouTube. The Mondo team has their feed. So that other person just got first because that other person's obviously going to be first on their screen too. So it's like, it's just the luck of like, does Peter get my feed or somebody else's feed of the chat first? So,
right.
And pardon me, because I have to manually separate all of these names into a new line for some reason. It put them all into like a paragraph. So I had.
Oh my God! It's manually making you do that.
Yeah, when you emailed it, it just put them in like. Yeah, they weren't in a new line like they were in WhatsApp.
There's fucking 1,000 names on that thing.
It's all right. It's fine.
Okay. Are we supposed to be in a specific chat for the eventual giveaway thing anyway? Yes, this chat. You're in the right chat. Oh my God, this is such a fucking that doesn't
also,
work.
I look. The end of the day, anybody that has a problem with what happens going forward with this thing. Remember, we have nothing to do with any of this stuff. It's between you and Ace with Ramen Toy. We're done. Not to say it's just like you will have questions. We don't have the answers, and it's not our giveaway. So like, you just need to go to Ace. Ace is very responsive on his social media DMs and emails. So like, just go to the source. It's going to be better for both of you.
Well, he did say he might also do another giveaway closer to when it lands. So maybe that if anybody has fucking suggestions, let me know because
If that giveaway is to you and me, then
yeah.
I'll.
And by the way, there's a bunch of people that texted that were like, "I'm not on the list," and I'm looking at the list, and you are on the list.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to say.
And
Maybe it's not showing up for you, but
right.
I see there's at least 3 people now that I just cross reference, and I'm trying to talk as I'm doing this. That
Yeah.
are like, "I'm not on the list," and then there's one guy, who is adamant that he's not on the list, and you are on the. You know what, John? This is like, you know what this is, John?
Yeah.
This is like
Oh,
a
we said
no.
last week.
What?
You're out of here.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. This is a no good deed goes unpunished. We literally got asked. Ramen Toys like, hey, can you do this? We're like, yeah, that'll be fun. And then
Yeah.
it's this. But yes, John, while you do that, let's. Am
I
I on
also
the
want
list?
to say that
Ah!
there's a lot of there are probably dozens of people that didn't even follow the basic instructions
Right,
and
right.
just
Yes, there are.
did
Yes,
their own thing. They commented in the wrong place. They did it on social media. Maybe they were. I'm sure some people were just like, "Hell yeah, I'll do it here too," because I'm excited about this whole thing. But
right,
history shows that there are people that just can't read the basic and follow the basic rules. It just happens. It doesn't matter if it's us or some other thing altogether. It happens. So don't worry about it. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Oh God, I don't know if it tells you how
right.
many people are on. There's 140 names on here. Okay, you won't even see your name spinning in the wheel.
Yeah,
Just relax.
I like you just made the list. Hatter, have you heard anything about sacrifice of red heifers? Is that heifers like cows? I'm asking with full respect. I'm just curious if you've been following. I have not. That sounds scary.
Red peppers.
Sounds like something I wouldn't like. I don't like cows getting sacrificed. Super chat for Johnny. I acknowledge you. NECA's no longer worthy for the island relevancy. Wow.
Island relevancy? What's that mean? I
Islands
don't know
in
what that means, but thanks for the $5.
islands in the stream.
I wonder if he gave it to you or me.
John, if you and I sang a duet of Islands in the Stream, who would you play? Would you do the Dolly Parton part or
Dolly Parton.
what?
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton. Okay, all right. No, you don't have to be a member. No. So
See what I mean? Anyway, look. The Super M.U.S.K now comes with the fourth wall. They got a little pop-up on their website. That's cool.
Yes, you get a fourth wall. So if you get the
Doesn't go
Super
anywhere.
M.U.S.K, which you should buy because it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and because
can,
there's 140 people entered to give away, and only one of you will win. So 139 of you are going to have to just buy one of these.
Yes, yeah, including myself because I'm not eligible. The Super M.U.S.K can now be divided into 2 pieces. Congratulations.
Oh, look, he did updates that we talked about last week.
Oh, we did. Wow.
Well, that's cool. And it's animated. It's a little GIF. Oh, I like that.
John, I'm texting you something in a second.
And then, bam. Now comes with fourth wall, or bam. So you can either have it one gigantic setup or 2 separate ones. So you can stack them in your display or separate them. This is truly being modular. It's adding the modular to the M.U.S.K name.
Right.
So this
makes me idea.
Very happy. Yes. And
great idea. John, I texted you something. $4.99 super chat. Musical performance. I try to get John to do music, but he never.
What do you mean?
He never likes to. Try to get you to do a rap, but you don't seem to engage. You know what I mean? So
what are you talking about? I do it all the time.
You do?
Yeah, we've done it. I've done it.
Oh, okay. But yes. It did hit over 500. What? That means you get an unlock. By the way, speaking of Super M.U.S.K, the early bird for the Super M.U.S.K ends on March 4th, I believe. So it's coming up. By the way, guys, I'm extra crabby because tomorrow's my birthday, which means that's the big 3-0 for me. So, if you wanna, I don't know, maybe I do something. Maybe I do some kind of special video
What?
for
How
my
old are you?
birthday.
Did you say?
Huh?
How old did you say?
30.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna turn 30. I'm gonna turn 30 tomorrow, John. The
Yeah,
big
it's
3-0.
crazy. It's crazy, crazy,
Yeah,
crazy.
it's crazy. I'm a March
People
1st
believe that
baby.
for sure. Definitely.
Um, Hilto said, "I thought you were 50." Um, uh, John, what else? What else are we talking about? What's
Oh, there's yeah. Before we get too crazy with this stuff, where can we go to see um loyal subjects?
loyal subjects? Okay, if you go to Toy Habits, I think it's probably the first link. It's probably no, it's
Oh,
not
that
this one.
was
Just click on go. No, you're in the right site, but just go to like their general homepage
okay.
or something because it's the last time they talked about this. By the way, follow Toy Habits. These are like really good people. Okay, and I'm not just saying that because they kind of live close to me. Like really really good people. So loyal subjects. Okay. Oh, video pack. I didn't say that for that, but yes, thank you, buddy. Thank you for the super chat. I'm planning a special video for this weekend. I think you're gonna like. Somebody mentioned about Flipper, Frank. I assume that they're talking about when the flip boards are coming. Estimated time April is what we're looking at. Getting them on a ship now to ship to you. Well, to ship to our shipper, and then he's gonna ship it everywhere. Thank you, Toka Razor, for the super chat. Happy 30th birthday. Thank you, man. Yeah, turning 30 is gonna be crazy. Loyal subjects, Jonathan. I don't know if you're a Mask fan, but Loyal Subjects is doing these Mask figures. I think at the original scale, plus the vehicles, and this looks okay. Here's the thing. I self-admittedly, other than a few pieces, have not been super excited about the Loyal Subjects output. I think I like their Metalhead a lot. I like their IDW. Is it IDW? Yeah, the comic book IDW Turtles. But I think these are going to be fucking hot, man. I think they could turn it around. This is also not a property that's made by a ton of people. I don't know. What's your take on Mask by these guys?
I am not at all excited about the brand that's doing it.
Well, then
It seems like a ripoff of the Machina from Ramen Toys, but I Rhino comes with a cool smoke effect. That's pretty cool. I mean, maybe this is like, hey, it's new line for us. We can do vehicles better than we can do figures, and it'll work. Maybe at the scale, the way Loyal Subjects makes their kind of like gummy type characters, maybe it'll work. They are hard to tell from this. It could be really fantastic. We shall see. There's a smoke effects. That's pretty cool. There's a blast effect coming out of this one, which reminds me I did have this as a kid, the motorcycle copter thing. God, yeah, I just really. Oh, that's interesting. When I heard that they got it, I was not excited, but I'm hoping that they will be able to nail this.
I'm excited for this, man. I don't know.
Here's the.
I
Video.
mean, the thing is that Ramen Toys, I did set a bar with their stuff that it's going to be difficult. Right. But I guess that's what happens. See, this is what happens, IP holders. You wait too long, like I don't know. But that's the one you had, the green
Condor.
Dude, these are so nostalgic. These fucking that truck.
Yeah, it's weird because like looking at it, I'm like, this seems very familiar. Like I had it, but I don't remember having it. Like seeing all of this stuff move. That's weird. I know.
I have a feeling they should give the license to. I have a feeling that Ramen Toys is going to get a massive license very soon, and that's not based on anything, by the way. I'm not. It's not a tease. That's
Right.
not. That's not. I just know. I just know Ace, and I know that he's a hustler. And when you hustle, eventually, and you do good shit, eventually you win. And I don't know. I have a feeling that they'll have something that they're going to announce soon. I think he has a trick up his sleeve. Is Trump's tariff going to affect the flip war? I don't know. I don't think so. And if it does, I don't know. We'll fucking deal with it. I don't know. I doubt it. Also, it's getting shipped before April, so I don't know, guys. All right, this is my first time making a toy. All right, I'm just trying to do my best.
Yeah.
All right, now that I'm 30, I want to make sure that I'm always doing the best that I can do.
Yeah. Not now that you have a kid.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. that I know of. Huh?
Oh.
Huh?
Wait, what? Yeah. Side note. There is a new Terminator 2 game, side scroller.
Oh, side scroller Terminator
it's
2
everything
game?
you could have wanted. It's a Terminator 2D
2D.
game. The game. Is that it? No Fate? I don't know. Probably. Is this it? I know it looks like
Oh,
this.
dude, that is awesome. Wait, click on that. Dude, this game looks like it's right up my alley.
Yeah, it's basically Super NES that we should have gotten. Because the one on the NES fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I do have fond memories of the shooting Terminator game.
Well, go watch that trailer at some point. I'm not going to play it here because the stream's not about this. But I think it's this is like this is boner alert territory.
Boner alert. There's a few things I want to talk about too, but John, are we ready? Are we ready to fucking go?
Yeah, I was going to do it like right at the 10 o'clock.
Right at the top of the hour. I'm on Toy Arc because Toy Arc has some news about a certain license that has been given up. I don't know if anybody's interested in that, but John, continue. John, perfect time to plug the Ko-fi store, and then I have my own plug.
Oh God, I love when you plug yourself on stream. So, just for anybody is not aware, because we have 400 people here that are for the M.U.S.K. I have a lot of Dio stuff. So if you have sewer layers of a certain type, I have things that work with that, like these backgrounds. There's art prints, magnets, stuff like that. Vehicle upgrades, tons of stuff. But the reason why I wanted to bring this up, because most people do already know about this, but also the street scene windows. If you want to upgrade your NECA street scene, I don't have I ran out of slot. You can only put 10 images up, but it's like a door and window set. Anyway, the reason why I brought this up is I just decided to start listing figures for sale here. I figured this would be better than doing eBay or Mercari or something. Plus, it allows everybody to stay a little bit more connected to me and the products I'm selling versus whatever. Anyway, and I don't have fees, which is great. Just PayPal fees. But I have items on here if people want to buy stuff. And there's always notes in there. So like if the broken leg brace, and if it's been reviewed or whatever. But you can get any of this.
You're selling that Mad Max?
Yeah.
The not Mad Max?
Yeah, the John Mayer figure. So I think pretty much all of the prices are reasonable. I sold 7 things so far, which is cool. But as things sell, I update and add like a new image. So like right now, my SH Figure Arts Turtles sold. So I will replace that with another figure. I'll find something. But yeah, you just go through here. I'll have like an image of everything. And then there's like a little note on if it's like sealed or opened. And then, like I said, down here, if it's something that's like broken or whatever, it'll be included.
Yeah. John, I got to let my cat into, he's got to go to bed. I'll be right. Give me 2 minutes.
Hey, that's great. Cats do take priorities. Do not worry about that, sir. So up next, yes, 10 a.m. My time. So the time it is right now for you is the time it is to do this wheel spin thing. Okay, so I'm going to pull up that tab, the Wheel of Names, 141 names. Okay. Like I said, if your name's not on here, you probably can't even see if it's on here, which maybe that's by design. We don't want you to see that your name didn't make it. Yeah, cat's got to sift. Don't stop that cat from sifting. So obviously now we just got to wait for Mad Hatter to return, which does feel like it was planned. We'll get to the spin wheel right after a message from these sponsors.
Wait, what? Okay. Oh, are we doing it?
I guess so. It's that time.
All right. So before we spin this wheel, this is courtesy of Ramen Toy, who, oh my God, there's so many people on that fucking list. We've curated, I think, all the names, even individual names that we have to give them. Even, by the way, individual names in this chat who were saying to us, hey, I'm not on the list. I have been sending them and texting it to them because I care about you people and I love you guys and I want to make sure everybody gets a fucking chance. So, but this list is courtesy of Ramen Toy. This is their giveaway. Generously, they are giving away a Super M.U.S.K, which is pretty wild. It's a $300 fucking giveaway. And yeah, so John, anything before we spin this fucking wheel?
Yes. One thing to say, and it has nothing to do with this.
Right.
Somebody brought up about Ko-fi is accessible for people searching for specific. No, it doesn't really. I mean, actually, I don't know if Ko-fi has a search feature, but it's basically like a super cheap way for creatives to have their own space. You'll find a lot of original artists and stuff like using that to promote their items. Some people might just use it as like a donation option because people are like, hey, I'd love to like just donate to your stream or whatever. And that's a way for some people to use it. It is not a search engine. So usually I'll talk to other creators that are working on like custom items that they're selling for action figures. And I'm like, hey, you should really consider Ko-fi because you're not going to pay all these crazy fees for it. And if you're already sending people to your products, that's when it's perfect. So if you have like a good social media presence or whatever, and you show off your product, then people will see that and go, how do I get it? You can send them Ko-fi and you don't have to pay a bunch of fees, but it's not going to be good for search engine, like typing in and finding the thing.
John, hey, I know what you're doing.
When you walked away, I said we'll get to the spin wheel right after a message from these sponsors.
I know.
So we're just building anticipation. But I also answered the question.
All right. You want to do the honors? Let's spin the wheel.
Oh God! All right, let's get a countdown.
Oh, you do your countdown, please.
Oh, okay. 3, 2, 1.
I'm actually excited. Let's see who the fuck wins. I put in a fake name for myself, so I'm hoping that I win. Just kidding. Oh my God!
Now, show up in the chat because that is one of the rules. So you need to reply.
Oh my God! I hope he's in the chat.
Salaquan?
Photos a la Kank. I hope he is in the chat.
Yeah.
Let's give him a few minutes. This man, by the way, I know is a regular on the TMNT party wagon. So if anybody is he's a huge fan. Let's give him how long do we give him? Do we give him 5 minutes? What's the?
I don't know. 5 minutes is a lot. I mean, if he's here, he's paying attention, he's listening. So if this is you and you won, you better speak up, because that is one of the rules that people can't follow. So don't congratulate him too soon. Oh God, and it would be real bad if the chat went too fast and we didn't see him say, "I'm here, I'm here, I'm here."
Yeah, if you see him in the chat,
yeah, everybody just stay quiet for a second and give him a second. No countdowns, B&B toys. Just chill, be quiet for a second. Give this person an opportunity, because if it was you, you'd be like, please.
The chat is moving so fast that I don't even know if we fucking.
That's what I'm saying, and I'm asking them. So this is going to be one of those. You're out of here because you won't stop doing a countdown, or you won't stop texting in the chat.
I am trying, dude. I feel like I'm like Neo watching the Matrix.
It is nice though.
I would hate if this guy lost that Musk because I know what a fucking fan he is, and it would break my heart. But um, dude,
I
where
don't
are
know. The
you?
more people just keep typing in the chat, the longer I'm going to take to spin the wheel. It's really
He's
irritating me.
taking a shit. If they haven't commented by now, they aren't here. Look at these. Look at these guys out for blood. Out for blood. He's right there. This is him.
This is him?
This is him.
Okay, I was looking for the same name, so I guess this came from somewhere else. Oh, no, it's because the name is different from the name that shows up.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
This is I will say this. I will say this, Jonathan. Not only did this go to a fan of Ninja Turtles, but a big fan of the channel. So you know, maybe Destiny works out, because I know there are non-fans that were like, hey, I want to win one of those, and you know what's going on. Who are you, Mad Hatter and Nostalgia on Boot? I don't know who you are, but I want a thing. So congratulations, photos a la Kwang, aka Kwang Lee, for winning a Super M.U.S.K. Now here's the deal. Ace said that he will, because you're getting a special one, he will have to charge you $250 for shipping. So you know you'll have to pay that much in shipping, but you will get the M.U.S.K will be free. You are now committed though to pay that $250 shipping cost.
Yeah.
So I just want to let you know that's part of the contract. If you read, the thing, that you agreed to pay that shipping. But congratulations on the free M.U.S.K. Yeah, now watch the chat. It's
not 2 accounts, people. Chill out. Look at your own username. Jesus.
Yes, the username it's not. Oh God.
Yeah, you have your display name, and then you have this name. I have it. Mad Hatters is like, what is yours? It's like Mad Hatter.
My display name is like Mad Hatter. If my name came up on this, it would say Mad Hatter 52986. That it's not. It's
yeah. Relax. You're angry. This is what was it that was said earlier? About being baby toddlers, crybaby toddlers.
Yeah, I like how. Let's see how fast the viewers are. Oh, don't think I haven't been looking. Now it's just going to be a just. But you know what? It's okay, because it's like when you throw a party and invited everybody you knew, and the biggest gift when everybody leaves a party, you know that the people that stay when the cake and the food is gone, those are the true blues right here. Okay. John, I'm excited. That there you go. We just gave something away, and it is not us. It is not our generosity. I just want to make sure. This is Ace from Ramen Toys.
Yeah, we would never give you a $300 item.
Yes, $300. I can't afford to give a $300 item, but this is all Ace and Ramen Toys, and Ramen Toys will contact the winner. I guess he'll probably reply to your chat and ask for some shit. Okay. And by the way, it was also Ramen Toys that pulled the list, and we were helping bringing things in. So I just have to say again, I think, John, if we did a giveaway, maybe I would go with Google Forms. Maybe that takes away some of this stuff. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know anything.
I would definitely do Google Forms. People still won't fill it out right, but I can guarantee that someone will be there in the end and go, how come I'm not there, or whatever. And it's just a matter of not following rules at the end of the day. But there you go. Congratulations. And here's 141 names. Okay. So these are the people.
No more lists, please, John.
They all got pulled from
please
the thing itself, the video itself, plus anybody that commented anywhere else and said, hey, my comment's getting deleted because YouTube sees all the spam happening on the video.
Yes, you don't even realize there were people that I pulled
Yeah,
while
manually.
my kid was crying. I was like, "Hey, child, you have to stop eating so I can pull this list and give it to Ramen Toys." Okay, so we really tried. Honestly, you like comments that got deleted. We tried our best to get the comments, and people reached out and putting him on the list. Okay, other than that, I can't fight the tide of YouTube. SC Shadow, who I know this is a guy that I individually put on the list. Thank you guys and Ace for doing this. Congrats to the winner. Well, thank you, buddy. Thank you for the $5 super chat. See, I love this. I love that our fan base is like adults that
Yes,
understand.
yes, and
You
they
know,
don't say things like, "Oh, it's rigged."
no, I have to imagine that Frank and Frog is joking because otherwise that is such a kickable offense. What he just said. Um, I will be doing a Flipboard giveaway. I'm just trying to think of how to do it. I want to do. I'm thinking. Well, now that John said what he said about the trivia and Mondo having trouble, I don't want. I don't know. But I would like.
Jay's
I
little duck race seems to be the cleanest way to do it.
what doing the what?
So he does. It's instead of a spin the wheel, he has the ducks that go down the river, and it has everybody's names, and it's like a race. But he does the Google form. Everybody just submits their stuff during the live stream. I'm pretty sure it's
Oh,
during. So
that
I don't.
you can do that.
Yeah, he just like shares a link while he's chatting. They click the link, fill out the stuff. He gets the
Oh, okay.
information.
But
That
okay.
way,
Here's the thing.
it's controlled time.
But I want to ask the chat, like, okay, so I do have a question. Hopefully, Winter does. That would be cool if he does a review. Se Shadow had to drop some for John. There you go, John. You got another. You
Oh,
got
thank you.
$5
I always get the
right
pity
here.
pay.
No, Peter, we were saying that like I know that you guys on your live streams you do trivia, and John was saying that there were some people saying that I submitted not me. Like they were like, oh, I submitted the answer first, but the answer didn't show up until a certain amount of time, and this and that. And like, I'll tell you why. Because the reason why I like trivia is like I don't love to leave it to chance. Like it would be cool to do Flipboard giveaways and have somebody know a little about Flipboard. Like for instance, if I go, okay, what is the action figure that I couldn't get that inspired Flipboard? I would love if people that knew about it
Yeah.
answered, and then I could be like, oh, okay, like this is a person who's a fan. Here's like a free Flipboard versus like just random, I don't know, random luck or some shit. You know what I mean? That's what I would. That's
Yeah.
what I would love.
Yeah. No, it's no explanation needed. It's clearly it was last week some guy was just like he commented, but somebody else's comment went at the same time. Your all's stream receives it at the time you receive it versus the guy on his own internet submitting. So like I clarified it at the top of the show, but yeah, it's just people are always going to be upset or bummed or whatever. So whether they're really mad or not, I don't know. But he like even posted on Facebook about it. It's just like, I mean, the internet. It's the internet, okay? Not
Yeah,
everything shows up at the exact same time,
not
especially from
everything.
your
Yeah,
end.
exactly. Okay, then that's fine. Oh, look, we got some answers, John. Wondar Endoskeleton says it. Wolverine Ortiz, See, there are people that know. Guys, that's a freebie for the Flipboard chat because I will be doing some fun stuff once I have shit in hand. I don't have anything in hand now, but because I don't want to do a giveaway. It's like now and then. But there you go. Wondar, if you don't know, is the thing that I couldn't get. I threw a fit and then created a Flipboard. I do have to acknowledge the $20 super chat. Thank you. Oh my God, King Chim. Happy birthday, Hatter. Chuck Mung Kwang Oi. I guess that means something. Glad a fan of the channel and someone I know won here. I didn't have any delusions of my name coming out of this hat. Here to rep MHR for life. Well, thank you, buddy. Thank you so much for the super chat and all the support. And a fan did. I can say with a surety that a true fan, not only of Ninja Turtles, but of the channel, did get this. And that was by design because I rigged it that way. Just kidding. Let's go through this super chat too. X-Men Supreme. Hey guys, just got here, so I'm going to run it back and watch the Wolverine talk. Love both of you weirdos and congrats to the M.U.S.K winner. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. And And then we got a Video Power Gaming. Oh, thank you. Very generous today, Video Power Gaming. Could you do like a 10 question form for trivia? Should help solve that problem. I'll do multiple questions. I'm fine doing multiple questions or whatever. I like the idea. Why should chance be the thing? I like, you want, are you a fan? You want the thing? Answer some trivia, and then that to me, it's more fun that way. So, anywho, that's just me.
I like Champions of Surety, but it made me think of Champions of Insecurity.
Which that should be our podcast name.
Oh,
Champions of Insecurity. John, I like how your eyes just lit up.
yes, because people, they always talk about like, what's this stream going to be called and all that stuff, and I'm like, no, it just has to come natural. Don't force it. Don't make it like mad nostalgia or like all that kind of stuff. It's too on the nose. It's got to be something. And Champions of Insecurity, which makes no sense at all. But I love it so much that I'm.
What I love about it is it's like antithetical. Like you can't have the confidence of a champion and be insecure. Yeah. So it's right. That's what I love about it. There's an irony to that name, the Champions of Insecurity.
Yeah. I just mean it doesn't have anything to do with what we do. You know what I mean? Like, we're not necessarily insecure, because if we were, neither of us would be doing this.
I am insecure, John. Don't reveal.
But we are champions of our own space. You're champion of, like the low budget.
Ah, man.
But I like it a lot.
Yes. Anyway, John, is there anything? The contest for Flipboard should be who can bust Hatter's ball. Hal would fucking win. Why is Hal showing up, first of all, with multiple? He had an avatar. I think Hal just changes his avatar all the time. But yes, this guy busts my balls all the fucking time.
Yeah, you can't. We can't bring. You cannot submit the concept if it's a skill that you're good at.
Right. Exactly.
Plus, there's so many people that aren't good at it that then they just say things that are mean, and it's not like roasting. It's like there's a difference between a roast kind of joke comment and then busting balls or whatever. And then there's people that don't know how to do that, and then they'll just say something that's really mean. You know what I mean?
No, Hal Jordan actually is good at busting balls. But yeah, there are people that are like they'll be like, they'll say the meanest thing. And I'm like, but it's not like funny. And I'm like, wait, are you for real? Are you like just attacking me? They're like, no, I'm just busting your balls. It's like, no, you have to, there's a rhythm. There's a cadence to busting balls, John. Just when I say that you're a fucking 4-eyed loser, you're like, oh, that's kind of funny. That's Hatter being Hatter. And we all know that it's a joke. Just like how I say that, like, you show up like super low energy and expect me to fucking carry the burden. That's like, we're joking, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, ha, ha, ha. Like when I say that, like, you're really needy and very pedantic about everything, and it makes me want to fucking grab your orbital bone with both hands and fucking shatter it, that you know that that's a joke.
Yeah, right? There's a difference versus being like, oh my God, well, this guy, what am I going to do? Like, just have to buy glasses to see his video in focus? Like, that's really, really mean and hurtful. That's the kind of stuff where you're like, okay,
right?
You don't know how to have fun.
Ha ha. John, when are you and I gonna have? What is the countdown to you and I having like a real fight? Like,
I thought it was happening last night.
You thought we were getting into a fight? Why? Because what were we talking about that we were getting into a fight?
Oh, just like working with the other with stores and stuff. But I'm joking.
Oh.
It's going to be one of those things where like we're not reading each other right, and then it just turns into this like, what the fuck just happened? Like the chat started off with this kind of comment, kind of like in the normal playful way, but one of us just didn't understand it, and then it turns into this like back and forth that slowly like just snowballs into this like real fight about something.
Right. Well, John, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question about being friends with people.
Okay.
How old is your oldest friend? Like how long have you had, like, your friend that you've had the longest. How long has he been your friend?
Hmm. Well, I have people like my friend Nick that I was like best friends with from sixth grade all through high school, but then we separated colleges and we were like trying to still be friends after that, and then we just kind of fell apart. Um, I would say probably Travis McComas, which we've been friends since 2000. Was it 2009? I think roughly right around then.
2009. So 2009, and that's 19, 20. So 14 years or 15, or no, 16 years, right?
Whatever the math is,
Yeah, 16 years.
that.
Okay, that's good. That's a good sign. That's a good like if you have a if because if you're somebody that can, I feel like if you can maintain friendships for like a long time, then I'm always wary of people that are like, and it's usually, let's face it, like it's more girls than guys. You know, like I hear this all the time where it's like girls are like, oh yeah, she's been my friend for 2 years or 3 years or a year. It's like, is that even like that? That's like novice. You know what I mean? But it's like, if you're somebody that can maintain friend relationships for a long time, I feel like that means that um you probably know how to bust some balls. You probably know how to, the ins and outs of being
Yeah.
bro friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how it works. Guys are different than girls.
That's
Yeah,
yes. You're just stating normal facts now?
I am. Anyway, John, is there any other stuff to talk about? Well, there is this. I don't even think we need an image. Mattel regains DC Comics toy license. Do you have an opinion on that? Do you care? I think McFarlane is losing that license.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm curious. It's like he just doesn't get to make any more DC stuff, or they both do. Because if McFarlane doesn't have DC figures to make, he doesn't have anything to make.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what does McFarlane, other than Spawn, which, I mean, how, I mean, he's squeezing the thing dry at this point. Like, what does, if McFarlane cannot make, does if a McFarlane falls in the woods, does it, anybody hear? No, like what? Yeah, what does he do? Should he not be able to make DC figures? And Mattel, I'm just trying to think of like, if Mattel gets the license, like
I think
what
yeah.
would that be akin to? Like, what is the best thing?
Right. Yeah, what the hell do they make that would be
That's
into
what I'm
that?
saying.
It's gonna be just like everything else they make? It's gonna be another US company that just makes some basic figures? I mean, there's a space for that, obviously. Like all the Motu stuff, all these brands, Playmates has their space, but are we not gonna have like we don't have a US company that is making stellar 6-inch scale Marvel figures or DC figures to compete with like Mafex or Mezco, or like we just don't have that. And I don't know that Mattel should be one of those, but if they're not as good as Marvel Legends, then that's going to be pretty rough.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a lot of people. I saw people kind of like on the forums, like they were like cheering about that. But I'm just going like why are you so happy about it? And I'm not saying that in a challenging way. I'm trying to inform myself, like, why is this such a great thing? Because what has Mattel done other than He-Man? But He-Man doesn't seem like a good model for DC. You know what I mean? So like what have they done that you're going like, oh yeah, they got the, that's the better place. Not that I don't love McFarlane, but like what does that mean now? Like why is that a good thing? I guess.
Why is it a good thing that he loses it?
Like, no, why is it a good thing that Mattel? See what Sea Shadow is saying is kind of is interesting to me, but it's probably not going to be interesting to a lot of people. Like Motu Origin, so meaning like if you had this clawful, with this is kind of like the Origins buck. Flipboard has this kind of proportions. I personally would love to see DC figures like this, but I think this is kind of like a niche thing. I think most people, if I'm being honest, would probably love Marvel Legends style DC figures, something that can fit into like the Marvel Legends style. I just don't know, like, does Mattel, you know what, they do WWE. I didn't think about that. So I guess they WWE. I didn't think about that
Do you
because
have any?
that's like that's so maybe that's fine. I don't know,
Do you
but
have?
I would think your most lucrative play, even if you're Mattel, is making them so they can fit in with Marvel Legends.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be the play. Do not do the 1/10 scale.
Don't do the 1/10 scale. Don't. I think that's the problem a lot of people have with McFarlane. It's like, what do these fit with? Like,
Right.
what do I, what do I just did a video, John, because I'm doing like a spoof video, and I got my McFarlane. Look how big and like this is here's McFarlane, okay, doing the peace sign. Hey there with the fucking peace sign right there, and like
This is
here's like a
anime
GI Joe
McFarlane.
classified, like Crocmaster. He's huge. Like these are giant figures.
Yeah, that's like an ego thing.
he made his the largest.
Yeah,
John, do you have this McFarlane figure?
I do. It's still in the
Do you
clamshell.
really?
Yeah, I have that 2-pack.
Did you
I
pay
don't.
full price?
I did. I don't know why. I pre-ordered it whenever that happened.
Yeah,
It's one of those things where I'm like, I have it, and I'm like, oh God, where did I get this? I'm never
I
gonna
know.
open it.
Yeah, it's oh, Quip is in the chat. By the way, I think Quip is the official Geek Dad Life co-host now,
Yeah,
and rightfully so because
yeah. This
he's
is
very
and an out of nowhere. Like everybody knows the name, they see him in the chats and stuff, but now he's an out of nowhere, like just quality experience for online hosting.
I know. I actually think he should get rid of Jay. I think like Jay should retire. I mean,
Quick
let's
Dad
face it,
life.
that's where this is going anyway. But
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what? The WWE stuff changed my mind because that is WWE figures, especially the Ultimate ones, are really nice. That does give me confidence because I don't know. In my brain, I'm just going. I keep on thinking of Master of the Universe, and I keep on thinking like Barbie and Hot Wheels and all that shit.
Yeah.
But they have a very, very extensive WWE catalog.
There's a couple things that I want to bring up. So this, like listing off some great things, like all of this is incredible or whatever. And sure, but that is not what I would want any of my DC stuff to be like. I would not want DC action figures, a Batman that's done in the style of Turtles of Grayskull, even if that's like obviously not the visual style, but now it has like the marbling plastic because there's no paint or anything. I also agree that Marvel Legends being the standard is just sad because Legends are I am not a Marvel Legends guy.
No, me neither.
But based on U.S. companies in Target stores, other than NECA, which Mattel is not going to be doing, that's the comparison. Okay, what is a mass-produced product that can hit every Walmart and Target and whatever that Mattel plays in that space already?
Right.
What is that quality going to be? And it has to be at least as good as Marvel Legends because there's just not another option.
But okay, but just on that idea, I do think I am not a big fan of Marvel Legends. I cherry pick just like you do. Like every now and then, like I've talked about this before. You sold me this blob.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you sold it for kind of like a flipping price, but like you gave me. I'm joking. That's but like this is a great figure. This is a like so every now and then, like Marvel Legends will hit out of the park. I don't think that aesthetically it has to fit with Marvel Legends. I just think like not aesthetic, scale wise. I think that these figures can be better, but I think it would be a better business move to be like, let's at least compete scale wise and be compatible scale wise with Marvel Legends. So that if you have a massive Marvel Legends thing, you can buy that.
It's like, I mean, people were saying like it's a low bar and everything. I'm like, yes, I am on that side, but it's Mattel. They're not going to produce Mezco, Mafex, Mondo. They're not going to do NECA, Super 7 half the time. They're not going to play in that space. That is not what they're going to do. Unless they decide to have this like premium line or whatever, but then they have less numbers, and that's not their model. Their model is have 50 figures on the shelf at all times.
Right.
So they're just not going to be. I'm saying that in this kind of retail space, that is the minimum, is that they have to be like the G.I. Joe classifieds, Marvel Legends, like have good sculpt, good face printing technology for like the paint and everything. Ideally be better, but I don't see them. I mean, maybe they'll be better in some way, but they're not going to be like I said, they're not going to have all this paint and be this great thing.
You don't think so? Okay.
No.
Mattel and companies
I'd love to be surprised.
Mattel's a company too sluggish and old-minded to do anything better than Marvel Legends. I don't know. I don't know what the culture is there. I don't know. I will say this. Those Turtle of Grayskull action figures, which, by the way, have been selling really well. You can still get them at Toy Stalker, but he sells out of those. They are very inspired. That is not somebody to just slap that together. Now, that's a whole different animal than Marvel Legends and DC Legends, whatever they would call it. But somebody is doing good stuff there. So again, cultures can change. I like the masthead will always stay the same, but the culture in the company can change. If I was being smart, I'd want to make stuff that fit in with Marvel Legends. I'd be like, I wouldn't want to make things that are too big or too small, because I'd want to piggyback, at least scale wise. I'd want to. It's like how NECA did the Sesame Street. And again, I think this is a Travis Zammit decision because he worked there. But they made those Sesame Street figures to fit with the Muppets Palisades, which is a smart move, because now all the people that got, and it's not, I don't know if there's a lot of old school guys like us, but like all the people that like got those Palisade Muppet figures are like, cool. Now these can fit in, versus like if the scale was completely off and they look like shit together. Those Sesame Street figures look great with the Muppet figures. Yeah, there's quality differences because it's a 20-year gap, but they still look really good.
There was a comment that said that Mattel crushed the new Eternia line, so that whatever probably that I'm saying is bullshit, but they still have, that's I guess the closest thing that you could compare to Marvel Legends, where they still have weapons that are marbleized plastic and stuff. There's not a ton of paint, just enough paint, I guess. But that still feels very much Mattel in the sense that like there's a lot of base plastic, but that there's so much of that is in that. And I guess like that's the comparison then. That's the line that they have to at least be as good as this, which is comparable to paint, sculpt, and all that stuff as a Marvel Legends.
Yes, that's a good way to articulate it. Thank you for super chat, buddy. These nuts with the $5 for birthday coffee. Oh, thanks, buddy. Happy birthday, Hatter. Thanks, man. I'm actually going into LA tomorrow.
Whoa,
John. Okay. I don't go to LA often.
Fire?
Huh?
Are you going to start another fire?
I am. I'm the secret arsonist.
I know
it.
That
started the LA fire. Trash around my plastic with the $5. This is how you make champions of N security work. The N is your first name. Security is basically for representation of protecting. Ooh, I like that. I like getting creative ideas for free. Trash around my plastic actually paid me to give me this cool idea. He gave me $5 to give me a fun idea that I could use. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And then he'll be like, "I'll see you in court when you use that. When you use it." But yeah, I think. And then the only other thing is, like, speaking of Mattel, Mattel has a Club Grayskull now. It's $10 a year if you want to order. I'm saying this more for information. I don't have a strong opinion on this, regardless. But it's like you pay $10 a year, and I guess they have this with Hot Wheels and Barbie. You pay $10 a year, and then you could get like exclusive, only in the club. I wanted to bitch about it when I first saw it. I was like, "What the fuck?" But then it's like $10 a year. It's like whatever.
Oh,
it's like,
well, 10 a year is not so bad.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I saw a bunch of people bitching about it, and I was like, whatever.
Hasbro's is 50.
What happened?
Hasbro has their thing for 50.
Yeah, not only does Hasbro have it for 50, but like there's no exclusivity to those figures. that you get for 50. You can just
Yeah.
get them sometimes an hour earlier if
And
it's a
you can order them earlier than anybody else, which then you can still get it later.
right.
But they have plenty of times. Like when I did that first year of reviews, I did sign up for that and ordered stuff, and people were getting figures at Target on the shelf weeks before the Hasbro
Oh,
Pulse
I
exclusive.
dude, yes, yeah. I've
So
that
frustrating.
that to me is you know what that works for if you buy enough that the free shipping helps because you get free shipping on all that stuff. So I know my buddy orders tons of GI Joe shit, so he got free shipping on the HasLab. He got free shipping on the Giant Man. He got free
Yeah,
shipping, so that has to add up to more than $50 or something. But
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I think if you're a big fan like that, then it's probably worth it.
Oh God, is this
So
true? Sorry.
this is an unreleased. I forgot who said it in the chat.
I'll go to the super chat in a second, buddy. Sorry, go ahead, John.
This was an unreleased Mattel Batman wave. I mean,
Oh,
other
I
than the little,
remember seeing these. These are pretty nice, dude. I
yeah,
don't
I'm
love
curious.
thigh cuts.
What'd you say?
I'm just saying I remember seeing these. These are nice. I don't love thigh cuts, but these are nice.
Yeah, it's interesting. They look a lot like a Marvel Legends with that
They do. This is what I'm talking
specifically.
about. Like if you could put this with a Marvel Legend, even though it has
Yeah,
aesthetic,
even
like
the
that ab
ab
crunch is a
crunch.
different. It's. I know you don't like those when it's like a box like that.
This, yeah, that looks like Marvel. This looks like Marvel. That's really
Yeah.
interesting. But this is exactly what I was thinking of in my brain. Like this is what that line would need
That's
to
what I'm
be.
saying. Like this. Like if they did this. Oh, designer was Dave Vonner. Dave Vonner's good, man.
Oh, dang.
Um, he's a producer on the Brutal Legends line. I was sorry. I once was Mikey. No, flipboard boots do not pop off. Everything else does. Okay, but like arms pop off, head, um, the torso, but the boots do not. Actually, do they? Hold on a second. Uh, Wait, they might pop off, Jonathan.
What?
Flipboard's boots.
Oh.
How do I not know if Flipboard boots pop off? Let's just go to the super chat real quick. Happy birthday, Hannah. Thanks, buddy. GBP, which means that's like $90. Are you both aware Mr. Flynn has said no more D&D because first wave pre-orders didn't meet expectations, but the others ready to go. How about revealing them to increase interest?
Well,
Uh,
they did. Well, yeah. I mean, that's a good point. They did reveal the Simpsons line to potentially increase interest into that, but then they lost the whole Disney thing altogether. So I don't know if it's unrelated or if
I,
they're.
I, I think I think he's asking us to show them.
But how about no? He's saying Brian Flynn said that the D&D is over because there wasn't enough interest. But the other figures were ready to go. They just never released them because they didn't sell enough. He's saying, why not
Oh,
reveal the next wave so that people would be like, okay, I will buy, because that is a danger with Super 7. They're like fighting themselves all the time where it's, you can buy these figures, but you don't know if you're going to be able to get more in this line or not.
yeah, that's fuck. That's a shame, man. So that line is dead. Wait, what's happening with that dragon?
I assume
They,
that's
they,
the last thing then.
so that dragon is going through
I would
because they,
assume
they they
so.
pre-sold like a $300. Um, they pre-sold like a
Tiamat
$300 dragon.
or whatever. Yeah.
That's a fucking shame, dude. Um, those actually look nice. Uh, Dungeons and Dragons um, is a very I don't know, man. It's like one of those lines that's like. By the way, once was Mikey. The boots do come off. All of a sudden I didn't remember, but yes. So you can do a lot of um, you can pull pretty much everything you can pull on an Origins figure. you can pull from
Oh my
this
god!
guy.
Just seeing what people are gonna build with those is gonna be so fun.
Oh, dude, I can't wait. The funny thing is that because it has that flipping mechanism, you can put that torso on a He-Man or something, and then it just give him the I don't know, give him the flipboard. The Dungeons and Dragons thing is a bummer. I'm not that surprised. They canceled. I mean, dude, I Super 7. I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people have predictions that Super 7. What are they going to be doing? I mean, what's their ticking clock 5 years from now? Like losing license? I really don't know, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad because there's so many great artists in that line, especially with the new TMNT line coming through.
Yeah, yeah.
God, it's like you better put all of your effort into that. Like those, they're in a position where like if whoever was smart in that company would step forward and say, we have to ensure that this new line from Ninja Turtles comes out properly. The 2003, right?
Yes.
They have to be everything that people expect, everything that we should be expecting of our products. They have to. Otherwise, this is kind of it.
Yeah. I think what did Lee said something funny. He said, "Yeah, the new three and D&D kids can live with the three toxic crusaders on the island of incomplete." Yeah, man, it's just like incomplete lines. They bug me when they are incomplete at the primary character level.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
not having that third Battletoad is just like really gonna bug me. And I'm very curious to see how this Super 7 TMNT does, because their model changed with that one. They were like, instead of like giving you one turtle a wave, we're gonna give you all four turtles for wave one. Maybe that pays off. Maybe that pays off, and then for wave two, people still go hard. I don't know. Like maybe that's a better model, because like it's infuriating when you just have like, if I don't get that third Battletoad, I'm just gonna. I mentioned I'll just sell.
Yeah.
I'll just sell the Battletoads, and I'll just get rid of them at that point, because like I don't want that.
Yeah. It's crazy. This is a great video if anybody hasn't watched it. If you wanted Mad Hatter to just rip into somebody, unfortunately, he was holding back in this one.
Dude, okay, somebody, I'm not going to mention who, but somebody texted me and said, "Oh, I got a text. I know that Premium DNA saw this, and then they had mentioned like because you did a hit piece. This was not a hit piece.
No,
this was the theme of that video was, hey, I like your stuff, but you should really stop being silent, because I'm not understanding your silence.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people are understanding what complete silence is. And the only explanations I've gotten for this complete silence are like vague, like, oh, well, we got to be. I don't understand why, even if I understand litigation means, hey, we're in litigation, we can't give this XYZ away.
Yeah.
But like, you can say, hey, we're in litigation, we can't give XYZ away. Say that.
Right. Hey, everyone, we hear you. And as soon as we're able to speak out more, we will. That's enough. It doesn't say anything. I'm not a lawyer boy, but I know that you can at least do that. You can say, hey, we hear you. Hello, we are still here. Hi.
Yeah, that's
Here's an image of nothing. Like, anything is something, but complete silence in a website that is still under construction since at least October. I mean, I would say more of a hit piece was the amount of times we had discussed it in the live streams than your video was. Your video was basically like trying to bring, like, it was almost like a plea to the company that like, we want to be there for you, but you have to show us that you're here for us.
Yes, yes. So it's that song, what was that? Say something, I'm giving up on you. Like, it's like, say something, say anything, say anything.
Yeah.
I got to hold the boombox over my head. Say, Premium DNA, I like your stuff. but the silence is a problem. You should really say something. Jump on somebody's podcast. Be as open as you can be, because in this day and age, being candid is what sells tickets. Okay, that's where because people will you humanize yourself to your audience. Okay, when you are just a cold wall, you don't humanize yourself. People are just like, oh, you're gonna be a cold wall. Well, fuck you. That's always how it works. Open, please. And then I want to also spotlight what Needles is saying. $10 USD. Happy birthday, buddy. Go get yourself some meatballs. Also, good name for the podcast. Bustin' Meatball. Ooh, I like that. Open, please is pretty fucking clever, man. And I'm not just saying that because he gave me $10, but I like Bustin' Meatballs. But then I feel like that's almost like you have to have like
It's a cooking show.
channel. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Which
But
maybe
thank you,
that's
buddy.
what we decide to do.
Which we might cook, John. Okay. Needles. I know Ben and Matt from PDNA. Last time I spoke to them about what's going on was June 2024,
Which is the last time the company spoke to.
Or yeah, exactly. In June, they were looking to renew the license. The EWJ line was, I told the licensor, was being difficult. I've dealt with the licensor, and the guy I spoke to is a jerk. But I mean, Gary, like that's still. I'm not discounting what you're saying.
But he knew that he's like, wait, Gary, you're the guy that needles from the party. What? You're the guy that puts figures in your butt. And he goes, hey, not the kink shame, but like I don't really want to associate myself with that.
I mean, who are we to judge if somebody puts?
That's what I'm saying. It's okay, especially at least on this podcast. There's no kink shaming. I'm assuming that the Earthworm Jim representative licensor guy was like, whoa, this is too much.
Yes. By the way, John, there's a thing right now. I don't know if you know, but characters are popping up that are trying to play like they're the characters in the thing. Like this flaker, it is like I've noticed this happening more and more, where they pop up and they're trying to be in character, and like Merman right here, which I feel like I know who this is. I'm Merman. Thank you. Okay, we're not cosplaying here, guys. This isn't like, if you're gonna get in the chat, you better fucking talk serious, okay? I don't want flaker. We're not doing that. All right, this is a serious podcast about toys that us adult men play with.
Yes. Thank you for saying that. Is Earthworm Jim good? I will say that the ones on AliExpress for like $16 is worth the $16, but if that was a $50 figure or whatever that they're selling them for, the paint and loose joints and stuff, you'd be pretty pissed off. So by not getting those figures for that, I'd be more pissed paying the $50 and getting the figure than paying the $50 and never getting it.
Right. Well, John, I put when I saw your AliExpress thing, I went to AliExpress. I put all of the Earthworm Jim stuff in my cart just to see like what would it cost if I wanted all of Wave 1.
Yeah.
You can get like from AliExpress all of Wave 1 for like $130. Like the whole, but again, I don't know what I'm getting. Like the quality has me afraid,
Yeah, I mean, you just get one thing and go from there. I will say that we talked about it on one of the live streams. I showed it off. The Jim figure had a lot of issues, but for $16, I was like, okay, it's worth it. The extra headsets, they all looked great, though. That accessory pack of extra heads, those look like they were supposed to look.
Yeah, so. I mean, but I feel like that's easy because like a head pack, you don't have to fuck with the articulation. You know what I mean? Like I feel like what could go? I guess paint. I guess that's what could go wrong with a fucking
a lot of that.
Please ignore this comment. I'm standing in public. I don't seem like a total loner, so I'm making it look. Oh, okay, got it. Okay, I should have ignored it for sure. If I had a nickel for every time a toy podcast talk about putting figures in butts. Yeah, the problem is that John, I loaned Gary this spike ore.
Yeah,
and he put this in his ass, and that's why he's been gone for a while, because like this really fucked him up. Like,
he thought he was ready.
I said, hey, dude, you can take the chest plate off if you put that in your ass, and then you only have to deal with the spiky helmet.
Yeah.
And he's like, I like to put. he has like his fetish is like he likes to put the whole figure with all the like he likes to load them up with all the accessories and put them all in his ass as like one fucking thing. I said, look, do that at your discretion. That's why he's been gone for a bit. So I warned
safe recovery.
Safe recovery, Gary. I do know that, like, because damage to the asshole takes a long time to heal. That's like a known, Laser Pants actually taught me that because he's another guy who likes to put things in his ass. There's something about the healing process internally that doesn't, it just doesn't heal as well. So,
right, because you're constantly putting strain on it.
For all that. Happy birthday. Thank you, buddy. From Auckland Feed. Happy birthday, Hatter. Thanks, man, for the $10. And controversial toys with the 20. Oh, you don't have to do that, buddy. Late morning donations for Flip More. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I hope I can do something to deserve all of this love. I can't put figures in my ass. John and I, we don't do that.
For those that are into it, that's fine.
But if you're into it, like Laser Pants has a whole segment that he does about putting things in your ass on his members thing. Gary loves doing that. I'm not saying that it's not like a judgment thing. Okay. I don't know. I just don't love it. It's not for me.
Yeah. It does sound like you're maybe into it because we're talking about it still.
Oh.
Maybe we should just like not talk about it as much. It's like when politicians go hard against something that they don't believe in and then they're caught being that thing. Like, gay marriage is bad. And then they get caught on Grindr and stuff. You might fall into that. So I'm just trying to save you from being that. So we can just move on. It's all right, buddy. Do you need to take a little break and step away and remove anything? That's okay. We're not going to say anything.
I see.
Yeah.
Can we spread something that the next time Laser Pants, one more thing, the next time Laser Pants goes silent, dude, I would love if this happened. The next time Laser Pants goes silent on his fucking podcast, can somebody just in the chat mention like that he's putting something in his ass? Like it would be great if there was like a code,
yes.
like there's a code, like, because he does that thing where he just will go silent, and it'd be great if there was a code word. John, like, what could be a code word that only we know? Like he goes silent and somebody says like hashtag like Spikor or something, and like that's the code word.
That's it.
And when you look back, they're talking about he's going silent because he's actually stuffing something in his fucking rectum at that time. That would be great. So if we can spread that the next time you watch, let's face it, like that podcast doesn't get a lot of views for him, but if there's anybody. The next time he goes silent, just do like a hashtag Spikor, and I want that to start getting out, and then that'll just become a thing, and I want him to be confused about it. So let's go ahead and spread that.
That's what he said. All right, hold on, wait. I was going to.
Oh, sorry, John. Go. Sorry, take control.
Where did it go? Is SHF better than Mafex with articulation? So this is interesting. I don't have two figures from the same stuff. So like I would think you get like a Mafex movie Marvel character and an SH Figure Arts movie Marvel character. Then you can kind of do like a truer comparison. But just based on this question, I would say that SH Figure Arts typically has better articulation than Mafex because they add a little bit more at like the hips to swivel and stuff. But sometimes SH Figure Arts also sucks with articulation. So you just really depends on the figure.
Oh, shit.
What am I missing something here?
Oh, shit. He's actually...
Well. Well, he should have known before he clicked watch now that it wouldn't be appropriate. He's so full of it.
Can you imagine watching something with your kid and then like somebody's like, so then when he's being silent, he's sticking a figure in his rectum.
Yeah. Daddy, what do they mean? Is this why you only buy 1/6 scale figures now?
Just imagining like It's just that turn when you're just like sitting and you're like, like
Yeah.
that uncomfortable. First of all, it's a school day. Why are you with your kid?
I told you he's lying.
Yeah, take that kid to school. Oh man.
How come a tiger stripe Wolverine became brown suit Wolverine? What happened?
Oh man.
Happy birthday, Footmaster Hatter. Your cosplay is Adventures of Johnny Bad Practices. Wonder what he thinks about premium DNA Battletoads. Ooh.
The Adventures of Johnny Bad Practices. I'm sticking a pimple up my ass.
Thank you, Robot Reviews, for the $10. Whoever that went to, I would assume Hatter, because that's his question. So the also Laser Pants said he asked if it was true, and we can answer that. Child of Laser Pants, it's true. Don't ask us how we know, though.
Yeah, don't ask us. Don't ask us how we know. Oh, that was a good laugh, dude. Anyway, John, was my audio better today, or does it still suck?
No, it sounds good. At least when it's just the two of us, because I don't have like a third person to compare.
Well, I don't know if I set this up right, but I got this fancy mic for like $150. I spent $150 on this fucking microphone.
Tap on it.
What?
Tap on it. No, it's using your
built-in microphone this
whole time.
Damn it! I fucked it up.
Go to your settings. Do it now while we're talking about it. And see if it changes.
Do it now?
Yeah. Go into settings and audio, and then select the right device.
Let me try.
There's been times I've streamed the whole thing, and it was coming out of the built-in camera microphone, and I'm like, oh god.
All right. What about now? Can you hear me?
Whoa! What
is it
difference. Good? Yeah, it's so premium.
Is it? It's good. Are you
really good?
Oh wow! So it's good. All right.
Yeah, there's a delay now, though.
Oh no! Is there?
Yeah. Switch back.
Oh god!
Just for the sake of the test it.
All right, hold on.
Hilarious. When I watched the live stream back last week, Ace had a delay. His audio was crisp and clean during our on this side of it, but the live version, he's like delayed.
Well, this is me back to my regular shitty mic.
No delay at all.
Oh, come on.
Oh, nope, there it is. Okay. It must be like an internet thing. It's just kind of coming in and out. That's what she said.
Are you lying, John? People are saying
no, there's delay now. People confirm. Right now, you had delay again.
All right, I'll fuck around with it and show up next time.
It's possible that the delay is on my end. Like I'm seeing a delay.
Okay, all right.
Who knows?
Wait, chat. Was that mic good? Did you hear
the
it?
Quality is really nice.
Got it.
I like this. Go to the good microphone. Go to the good microphone.
Okay.
People are saying there was no delay, so it clearly was just on my.
Here's the good microphone. Testing.
Oh man, it sounds like you were in a podcast.
Is that good or bad?
There's a major delay on my end of seeing your mouth. The chat says there is no delay. So I will suffer from it.
All right, let's roll with it and see what happens. $5 super chat. This one's for the chat. Go buy the M.U.S.K. It's better than any NECA diorama. I agree. March 4th. You have until March 4th to buy the Super M.U.S.K. For the $250 price. And then then it goes up. It goes bye-bye. It goes back. The mic sounds great. Thank you. Yes, money. I realized I had to do. I needed something better, not only to do this, but do my fucking hilarious songs. Okay, which I can't be recording that on a fucking flip phone. The what is that? Blueberry, whatever the fucking thing used to be.
Yeah, Blueberry.
Anyway, all right, guys, we're getting a little better. Quality's improving here. Guarantee this microphone is more expensive than Jonathan's.
Yeah, we've talked about it. I think even in the live, I said this was like $50, and you get to hold it. So when you're doing your raps, you can hold it like a real MC.
Yes. And then I will. I like how Lee has to bust my balls. Great. Now switch out the potato for real camera. Lee's always fucking busting. Lee, you know what? Fuck you. Oh, he's not gonna like that because he's British. British people don't like when you say fuck you. They get really offended.
Yeah, and they call you. We get offended.
Hatter's voice is like a mix of Fergie and Jesus. Wow, that's what a mix.
Wow.
Especially because we don't know what Jesus sounded like. What if Jesus sounded like Johnny, like one of the Johnny? Again, I don't want. Sorry, this is not.
I know. This is the problem with you nicknaming me.
I'll say this about Moses. How about Moses? What if Moses sounded like just had the worst voice, but like these people as the religious figures, you're like, oh my god, that person was. But what if he had like a horrible Johnny Bad Business Practices type voice?
I could see Noah having that voice, and that's why like so many people didn't believe him.
Did you ever see the Noah movie
with Kurt Russell?
No,
not
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe. Yeah,
with Russell Crowe.
I don't think so. No, I think the closest I got was watching the not Bruce Almighty, but the sequel.
Oh, Evan Almighty.
Yeah,
dude, I have a running gag with my buddy. Have you ever seen the Russell Crowe movie where he's in a car and he has road rage?
Russell Crowe?
Yeah, I think it's called Unhinged. In fact, I'm sure of it. It's Russell Crowe, and he's like somebody cuts him off, or some lady cuts him off, or does something, and like he gets all pissed off, and he's very fat in the movie, like he's at his heaviest.
Oh,
okay, and my buddy made a joke, and it was like, well, you know what happened? And he's like, what happened? He's like, well, he's from New Zealand, and they talk differently. And he's like, and the producers are from New Zealand too. And I'm like, so what are you talking about? I was like, well, somebody probably went, hey, Russell, we want you to be in this. Unhinged movie where you're going to be in a road rage accident. And Russell's like, all right, I'm listening. He's like, all right, but when we get on set, we need you to be really fit. And he's like, okay, so you want me to be fit? And he's like, yeah, but like he misconstrued fit for fat, and he just showed up like 300 pounds. It is I laugh every fucking time because when you listen to New Zealanders, that's how they sound. They're like fat sounds like fit. They're like, all right, I'm in this movie and I'm going to be really fit. And it's like, are you fit? Are you fat? And then he just shows up and then just the scenario of the director going like, it's like, Russell, you have a lot of action scenes in this movie, and then they just have to change the script so he's just in a car the whole time because you're literally just filming him from here because he's just morbidly obese at that point. God.
Man, what happened to Russell Crowe? That movie.
I mean, look, he made his dude. That guy's a fucking legend. That dude, Russell Crowe. I don't know, he deserves it. He's the best fucking actor. He's got to be like a top 5 actor. I watched Gladiator 2, and then I went back and I rewatched the first Gladiator, and I'm like, oh my god, this dude is this guy. And I was on edibles. I'll say this, but that keeps me focused. But I was like, dude, this fucking actor makes this movie. He is a special fucking actor, and he was at his heyday, and that's why. That's half of the reason. It's also a good movie, but I'm like, but when you watch Gladiator 2, the dude is like a block of wood. You're just like, nobody would follow this guy. Like nobody, but like you watched Maximus in Gladiator, you're like, man, I would fucking follow that guy. Like he's fire.
I'm just curious, like, because then he did 2 Exorcist movies where he played a priest exorcising demons, but they aren't related to each other.
I know, dude, isn't that weird? He did 2 Exorcist movies in a row. I wonder if like it was just a thing where they're like, all right, Russell, like we have 2 jobs lined up for you, and you don't have to change costume. You literally are just basically, you do one, you go to that is very strange. Like he did 2 Exorcist. People are saying that he's in shape now. Great on him. But like, I saw one of those movies. But when you watch that dude in his heyday,
you're like, man, that is a fucking phenomenal actor. And
Yeah.
because Gladiator is one of my favorite movies, and I was like, I just didn't notice. I was like, man, that's what's missing. That's what's fucking
You
missing.
know who I would put into that same realm? Oh my God, what is his name? Leonidas 300.
Oh, Gerard Butler.
Yeah, he's one of those guys too. Where like he makes a movie now, and I'm like,
He makes a lot of who cares, straight to video kind of like action movies
right.
now. Which makes money, but like it's like, but dude, not everybody could be like a Daniel Day-Lewis, like I'm just gonna show up once every 5 years and I'm gonna like get an Oscar kind of dude. Like I don't know. Like it's dude, you know who was like it's Gene Hackman just died. You saw that?
I know, dude. That's so weird too. Another weird thing. He was 95. His wife was like 65.
I mean, that's not weird. That's fucking Hollywood, dude.
I know.
It's
It's
fucking
no
Hollywood
Nick Cage, huh? People in the chat talking about Craven. I mean, he's kind of the opposite. That actor, his wife is like super old.
Well, Russell Crowe was in Craven, right? I didn't see Craven.
Yeah, he plays the father. But yeah, that is really weird because his wife was like outside in a different room, and their dog also was dead. They all three were dead.
Oh, the dog died?
Yeah, but there was like a bottle of pills on the floor or whatever. It's just so strange.
What the fuck? Really? The dog died? That makes it feel like it's foul play.
Well, right. And they had 3 dogs. One of them that was there with the wife, whatever, I forget her name. That dog was dead. The other 2 were just kind of like roaming around. One was outside or something. So weird.
Dude, that's another fucking phenomenal actor. Like Gene Hackman. Like they don't make actors like that. Like that's a dude who was just like a real. He was just like if you ever see like the fucking French Connection. I don't know if you saw like his old movies or The Conversation or something. Like that dude was like a real fucking actor.
Yeah.
Like
I would say one of today's actors to me is oh God, all names have escaped my brain when I need them the most. Oscar Isaac.
He's good. He's good, man. He was I saw that Moon Knight series. He was the best part of that series.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's fucking solid. But there's not a lot of dudes like that.
No.
You know what I mean? Like most of them are like Ryan Reynolds types, which I know people love Ryan Reynolds,
but he's always Ryan Reynolds.
He's always and I'll be very honest. I know this is an unpopular opinion. He kind of annoys me. The way I look at actors is the way I look at like if I met this person and I hung out with them, would they annoy me? I feel like eventually Ryan Reynolds would just get on my nerves. Okay, but like I fucking have a beer with like a dude like Russell Crowe. I don't know. Like I just feel or like Colin Farrell. Like Colin Farrell, I think is a fucking great actor. Like, and he's not just the Penguin.
God,
like,
yeah,
that dude is fucking phenomenal. Like in everything he did. I don't know if you ever saw. What was the movie where he was a hitman with Brandon Gleeson? He's in some. Somebody in the chat will know. It's one of the fucking best movies. Fuck.
Who are we talking about again? I got
Colin Farrell and Brandon Gleeson are in this movie where they're both hitmen. God, where's Devin Decker where I need him? Fuck. What is the name of that movie? Just dead air.
Dead air.
Fucking dead. That's why
we're all trying to think.
This is when I would be.
Welcome back to the podcast of what was that movie and who was
this one? Yes, thank you. I knew it was going to be Devin Decker in Bruges. Dude, this movie. Have you seen this movie?
No.
Dude, go watch this movie. This movie is fucking great. This movie, I'm telling you, man. And this is not like a great, like, it's a hokey movie. This is like a cinema movie, but it's fucking entertaining, man.
Okay, good. Good to know.
No, but you're not going to watch it, John.
No, I will.
Will you really watch it?
No. No, I will. I will do my best to make sure I can find it or have my friend put it on Plex.
It's fucking great. It's one of my... It's
the Arcadia. Is that good?
Arcadia. I didn't see Arcadia.
That has Nicolas Cage in it. It's like a kind of a creature movie. It's like him and his kids. They're like kind of locking up in this cabin, trying to stay away from these
No, I haven't seen
alien
that.
creature things.
I haven't
It's a
seen
great
that.
movie according to GTMQ8.
Arcadia? Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm really sick of this trend. Have you noticed that since A Quiet Place, there's a bunch of these movies that have been coming out that are like, there's a creature and he can only see this, or you can only see you if you do this, or if
yeah.
you go
I'd
like,
say there's Quiet. Did it start with Quiet Place, or was that first, or Bird Box?
no, Quiet Place came before Bird Box.
Okay, so you had Quiet Place, Bird Box. I think there's a couple versions of Bird Box, but then there's another movie. I can't think of who the people are, but that of course, but the main actress in that was in the Sabrina TV show. But there's a movie that's very similar to, the premise is very similar to Bird Box. Then you have
where it's like if you do something, like the creature
right,
can see
yeah,
you or
can
some
see
shit.
or hear or smell or whatever the bullshit premise is. Then you have the Don't Let Go of the Rope or whatever that's called.
Right.
Very much the same. Really fun twisted ending though. And then you have the movie we were just talking about, Arcadia.
Yeah, there's a lot. I'll watch Arcadia, but there's a lot of these fucking movies, and they're always. I will give another recommendation. Have you seen the movie It's What's Inside? It's What's Inside is a body swap. It's a body swap. I wouldn't even call it a horror. It's more like a horror comedy, dark comedy. It is the ultimate body swap movie. You should watch that, dude. It's very well written. Like, they took the whole concept of body swapping and they went to like a crazy spot. Like, that's a fucking good one. You should
Okay.
it's called It's What's Inside. But yeah, most of these movies are just kind of like, they all kind of blend together for me. Smile is another one where it's just like, if you do this, It Follows, I think, maybe started that trend. But like, there's a lot of these like, okay, don't blink your eyes, or the alien can see you blinking your eyes, or like it's like there. It's always like something that it's the writer takes something that you need to do. Like, I gotta drink water, but if you drink water, there's an alien that knows when the water touches. So don't drink. I see it all over the fucking place, and they all suck.
Stanley Tucci is the one I was talking about with the girl from Sabrina. I couldn't think of it. I think somebody said Silent, so I'm guessing that's the name of that one. Elevation is one that just came out.
Wait, what is Elevation about?
Basically, if the aliens can't reach a certain elevation to attack, so all the humans live.
Oh my god, yes, I saw a trailer for that. Yeah. Me and my wife were like, "Oh, here's another one." Yeah, the aliens can't. First of all, why can't the aliens reach? And by the way, they never have a good explanation on why it is. Why can't the alien reach a certain elevation? It's like, well, it's the atmosphere. There's always a thing. So, of course, the guy has to get medicine. And, John, where do you think the medicine is?
Oh,
take 5 guesses.
Exactly the premise of that movie.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Yeah. I saw the trailer, but I'm just like, it's always that. It's always fucking that. John, what about this? What about a horror movie where 2 podcasters had to talk? Because if we stop talking to each other, aliens invade. Like for some reason, we go on the air, okay, and the aliens like the sound of our pitch and the sound of us talking. But then we find out once we stop, people start dying.
Oh, it's
and
like
I call you up
Watchers.
And I go, what happened?
It's kind of like The Watchers, which is another one.
Oh God! Is this a premise that exists?
No, The Watchers is that one where they're in this like they're in this little. It's not
yes. Sorry,
M. Night's daughter directed.
I saw that. Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan's daughter basically made another one of these like, but these are special. They can see you and they can. It's all horseshit.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. We could just be like, "Are we still live?
Huh?
Are we still live?" And then you could have like, that's the name of the movie.
Ooh, I like that. That's good.
Are we still live? And then there's like some kind of like blood or something like that looks like an A in front of live. So it's like, it's just splattered on there.
Are we still John?
Live.
John, that's pretty fucking clever.
Thank you.
That's pretty fucking clever. Yes. And we can't stop talking. and and here's the biggest fiction: we secretly hate each other in the movie. Not now, like we love each other, but in this movie, and so it's very difficult, and we keep talking to the point of frustration.
And that is how you create this movie where we're stuck in this place, but the whole movie doesn't take place in this space, because we do these flashback scenes where we're like slowly seeing this development of like that we actually hate each other, what's actually happening. So you can have the scenes outside of this podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
John, if we stop talking, if we stop live streaming, the aliens will kill us all.
It took us 2 hours to get here, but we always seem to find a way to write a fucking great idea.
I know, John. I think, John, what if this movie is shot this way? Like I know you were talking about we see the alien thing, but like, okay, you and I we don't have any money to make a movie, right? What if like what if the movie could just be made? And I know other movies have been made with two people live streaming or doing a Zoom call. Like there's a few of these hokey horror movies where somebody's doing a stream call, and then the guy goes, hold on, there's somebody at my door, and it's like, Philip, where are you? And then you find Philip's head. It's like, oh God, and he's like, you must, But what if we did the thing where it's like, I'm getting texts saying that the aliens have attuned to our live stream, and we have to keep going, and we're trying to figure it out. But the whole thing is shot this way, and we make the movie for no money, and we get into Sundance and become giant stars.
We could do it this weekend.
I like that. Guys, we're gonna get into Sundance and become giant stars. It's gonna be great.
Business call.
Yeah, some business. That's right.
Speaking of a movie that was misrepresented, well, I don't even know if it was misrepresented, but it took a turn. You're like, oh my God, this is good. There's a movie out with Nick Frost, and I can't think of what it's called. Let me search. But Nick Frost, he plays a guy with a family getaway. There it is.
Okay.
All I had to do was speak slowly. Getaway. It has only a 5.3 on IMDb, which is sad to me. But it's Nick Frost, Aisling Bay, whatever her
I like
name
Nick
is.
Frost though.
Yeah, but it was a fun movie that it goes a different route. This is a fun thing to watch, and it's kind of whatever. Just watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch. Hal Jordan brought up Pontypool, but Pontypool, wasn't that more like, was that an alien thing, or wasn't that, because that was a radio? It's been a while. That movie came out like 12 years ago. I did see it, ironically, but it's like, wasn't that like a radio DJ there was like some kind of, wasn't that like more of a serial killer thing or something? I don't know. I don't know, Hal Jordan.
I'm still thinking about the poster. Are we still live?
I like your red A. I like, we go live and the red A is there.
The way you can do like a few different for promotional sake, but I like the idea that you see like that wall when it's like on air and that box is sticking off of the wall. It just says on air, but it says, it's done in that style, but it says, are we still live? And then there's like blood splattered all over the window that you would see through the podcast or like the radio show window.
Yeah.
And then it's splattered up on the sign itself. And that's where the A is.
I see the whole thing. You've already sold it. I love it. I love the thing with you're good. You got the job, John.
Thank you. All right.
Now, you don't need the job anymore. Did you ever see Hardcore Henry?
No, I never did. That was that first person.
Yeah, the whole movie is like in first person. It was okay. It was more like a gimmick. It's a very gimmick movie. But
speaking of a gimmicky take first person movie, and if you want to talk more about Hardcore Henry, please do that. But just let me.
No, I'm done. I'm done with Hardcore Henry.
Cannot forget that this thing just popped up. That there's like a new horror movie. I don't know if it's like from a similar. There's two movies. There's a new horror movie, and the whole thing is told from the perspective. It's like the first person view of the killer, which is crazy to me.
Oh yes, dude, I want to see that movie. What is it called? Yes, it's the whole thing is from the serial killer's perspective, even like the quiet moments.
Yeah, which is wild. And then two, apparently the new Predator movie, Badlands, by Dan Trachtenberg, who did Prey, this movie is going to be told from his perspective.
From the Predator's perspective?
Yeah, so not like a first person like this horror movie, but like from his perspective. So we're like following the Predator the whole time and how he's going against whoever's in the Badlands.
So Dan Trachtenberg saw that horror movie and he's like, I'm going to do that.
Probably. No.
No,
Danny Boy, he's man,
he's
so good. He did the 10 Cloverfield Lane too.
No, he's good. I've liked all his movies. But it's hard. Don't see that movie worked though because I haven't seen it, but I think it works because it's an indie movie, low expectations. A Predator movie from the perspective of the Predator, it's hard to make work. It's a hard idea to make work because like who do you connect with? I don't know. Like who do you?
And I don't like when Predators talk. I don't want to know they're speaking. Like there's something I don't want to hear their dialogue between each other.
Yeah, In a Violent Nature is the name of the movie.
Oh, nice. Okay, perfect.
I want to. Is it on? I got to see what it's on.
Is it already out?
Huh?
Is it already out?
It's probably out. There've been some good movies this. Yeah, somebody mentioned a bunch of people mentioned The Substance. I saw The Substance. That movie is a fucking acid trip. That movie. Have you seen that?
What?
The Substance.
No,
dude, it's like a body horror David Cronenberg movie, like turned up to 20. It's like
if it gets too gross, I don't want to watch.
It's gross. Oh. It's a wild movie. But it's not for everybody. But it's different. At this point, like I like movies that are different. I like because there's so much of the same shit. Like I just scroll through Netflix and I'm like, I have seen 90% of these movies at one point. Not that I watch them, but I'm like, I've seen what this is. Elevation, which it's like, we got it. And I'm sure whatever, they tried their best, but it's just like, and not every movie could be a fucking breakthrough, revolutionary, innovative movie, but it's like, I don't know.
Usually you got to go with like what you would classify as more of an indie studio producing something. Like usually A24 stuff, I guess, is like you can usually count on. I don't know who produced Card Counter, but speaking of Oscar Isaac, we talked about this like last year sometime because I had just watched it. But Card Counter is one where you want to watch Oscar Isaac do an incredible performance, but then you have to see what's her face just ruin every scene she's in. I can't think of her name.
An actress?
This was the same thing. This is the exact same conversation that we already had. Tiffany Haddish. She's fine in everything else she does, but in this movie, it's like she just showed up on set and read cue cards over the shoulder of Oscar Isaac. And it's like, and I believe that has to be the case because people on Reddit were like, what the hell? Willem Dafoe does he does have a role in it, but yeah, there's something about Oscar Isaac just crushes it in that role. She shows up in a few scenes and it's just like, oh, God, how can you be on the other side of this dude and really just absolutely ruined it? But everything else, great. Yeah. See,
dude, have you seen? Knows. Yeah. Oh my God, we've been going for two. All right, we got to wrap up soon. Have you seen the movie Anora?
Anora. No, how do you spell it?
Anora.
Nope.
Dude, that movie is fucking.
I know it got promoted a lot during the Grammys or whatever.
Yeah, it's made by a dude named Sean Baker. He did a movie called The Florida Project with Willem Dafoe, but it's fucking great. I know I sound like a fucking film snob now, but honestly, this is sometimes people in the chat just don't know because they think like if you're into toys, you just watch like Ninja Turtle movies all day. I am a film snob, but because it's funny, like people have showed me a lot of screenshots for like the Master of the Universe movie. Dude, honestly, it does on the EKG, if it's 1 to 10, it's like I get like a 1 of interest. You know what I mean? And I'm into this shit. I don't know. I'm into these properties that I love in the 80s, but like I like films. I like films and like, and I'm not saying that film can't be good. Maybe it'll be great, but I'm not going to get excited about it until I fucking see it. Like I'm not really, like
Yeah,
You know.
something that I really want to watch that I think should be solid. It's an A24 film. Is The Brutalist with Adrian Brody.
Oh, I saw it. It's long, dude. It's a 4-hour movie. It's interesting. I will say
it's 3 hours and 35 minutes.
And there's an intermission in the middle of it. It's a long fucking movie. Also, you will hate one of the characters. You'll have nightmares about him. You'll be like, this guy fucking sucks.
You got a super chat here. Trash around my plastic with the $5 is the Predator will be the hero like in the first video game, and in a violent nature is and it will be the best death scene in any horror film. Gross.
Oh, well, thank you, buddy. Wait, are you saying that that the best death scene was in Violent Nature? I heard that movie is really fucking violent, by the way. I don't know. I'll watch it. I do like Dan Trachtenberg. I think he does really good movies. So if he's on board, it already means that it's probably going to do something different.
We talked about this before as well. Now we're just two friends talking.
What?
Man, doesn't it feel nice? Just forget about everybody else.
Now that we got all of these, like, did I win? Bye.
It was rigged. The new Jurassic World, whatever the hell it's called.
I know.
Rebirth.
But you're optimistic about that movie because it's Gareth Edwards.
Exactly.
Right. But he might want a paycheck. I don't know.
Well, it's also too, like, sometimes a director gets a movie and then everything goes wrong on the production side of it and it all falls apart. Right. But for those that are curious, Gareth Edwards did Rogue One. He did The Creator, Godzilla, the 2014 one, the good one.
Well, Godzilla -1 is still the best Godzilla.
He did a movie called Monsters, which I've not seen.
You never saw Monsters? That's his movie.
I know. If I have, it's been a while because it came out in 2010. So I just not seen the title.
Monsters is very good. It's a $10,000 movie, but I mean, let's face it. It's funny because like people be like, he made that movie for $5,000, but he also is a graphics effects artist.
That's right, and that's why I think he will do well because Godzilla was great, but also because he understands special effects.
Yeah, you saw Godzilla -1, right?
Yeah.
That movie fucking made me tear up. I'm not ashamed to admit it. $5. Thank you, buddy. Morgan Geyer, Mondo guys on Toy Talk were asked if they do Brown Suit 2.0, and they got responded with, "That's my favorite Wolverine." That's all, dude. For sure, there's no chance that those guys don't do. They have the sculpt. I mean, the sculpt is like, I don't think there's anything other than.
So they could do like what Mayfax does and do kind of like a shiny, well, like they did with Rogue. If they want that Wolverine, but comic style colors where it's brighter, shiny paint like Rogue was, I could see them definitely doing that. But it really opens the door for them to do a brown suit. Like the only thing is they'd have to change the buck because
they'd have to change. Tiger Stripe has those shoulder pads,
right? But the Tiger Stripe Mondo has the sculpt. They like
that's sculpted in.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean they could change it,
right?
All right, there's some people that are upsetting me in the chat because Hal Jordan said Monsters was so boring. Okay, you know what? He's not. I was gonna attack. He's not wrong. It's a slow burn movie. It's like a slow burn. It's like it's trying to be like what would happen, John, if like monsters really were here and giant monsters or kaijus, and you had to kind of get from point A to point B. It's kind of like that, but like Hal Jordan is a popcorn guy, obviously. Just got to fucking needs to be excited all the time. Okay. And then Mother Suck said, I disagree -1, which also made me upset. It's okay. But see, that's what we all do. We're a community here, and it's okay to disagree. Okay. I mean, it does upset me, guys, but, and it does make me think that for future raffles, I'm going to have to rig them. I'm joking. Okay. Guy, I know somebody has sent on about the raffle. I will say personally, and John, anything you give away and anything we give away collectively, I think we probably make it a little more interesting. Maybe do some trivia. Maybe do something. I don't like that. I don't like the comment thing. I'm never doing that shit again. And like maybe there's a better way, but I would like to do some kind of trivia personally.
Yes, and we will make sure that you have to be here watching it to win.
Yes, that is true. But don't you want to be here? Isn't this the funnest? Yeah, the sequel to Monsters sucked. I got 20 minutes in and I dropped off. But that also wasn't Gareth Edwards that made that. That was just like, hey, here's an IP. Let's try to do something. You know, it's like it was that kind of shit.
Christopher Voss fell asleep while watching Rogue One.
I liked Rogue One.
It was a great
Rogue One probably had the most cinematic premise of any modern Star Wars movie. It was literally we need to get the blueprints for the deaths. Like it was like the most simple, and then just the way it ended was wild. I was like, oh my god, they went there.
Yeah, and most of the stuff that's connected to that. So like Andor is so good; it's the best Star Wars.
Andor's fucking good, man.
Like, yeah, it doesn't have to be lightsabers and Star Wars stuff. Just be in the universe. It's just like, hey, we just got a story and it happens to take place in this universe. That's, I think, allowing them to just create incredible stuff. Also, great show. What was the new one with the kids? I forgot.
I haven't seen it, but I heard good things. But somebody will know. But yeah, I heard good things about that. But that guy's also a good director. Monsters is good, but also thought Elevation was predictable yet surprisingly better, than expected. 22 minutes in, Mother Slug for Godzilla -1 is not an adrenaline movie. If you can stick through it, the movie is and I know this is kind of like what everybody says, it's about the people, but this one really is. It's more about the war and how people are dealing with the war. However, if you get to the midpoint, there's no way you stop watching. I would say you have to. That's a movie you have to give it a chance. But once you're done, like you're like, wow, that story was a good fucking story. Skeleton Crew, by the way, John is the
thank you
movie. Dude, I'm not a fan service guy, but when Darth Vader was in that hallway and fucking showed everybody that like, oh, wait a minute, because we had been so used to Darth Vader dancing on stage and doing Disney shit that we're like, oh, who the fuck is Darth Vader? But when he jumped into that hallway and he slaughtered that whole fucking crew, I was like, holy shit. That is Darth fucking, that's as Darth Vader as you're gonna fucking get.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the darkest of Vaders.
Yes. I think people forgot. I know I forgot. I was like, yeah, Darth Vader, whatever. He's my kid dress, but it's like, no, this dude is slaughtering soldiers. Anyway, all right, John. Any last words? Any fucking last words, man?
Any last words? No, I think I'm actually feeling pretty good. I feel like 2.5 hours is it's about 2 hours too much.
John, you love talking to me. Don't pretend.
Oh, I do. I just don't want the people to hear us talk. Because
I know. We got to talk privately.
We're not.
John, when we end the stream, let's talk privately for an hour about movies.
Okay. As usual.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to do our own secret talk. Okay, so that's it. Congratulations to the winner of the Super M.U.S.K. Was it the cleanest raffle? I don't know. What was it? I don't know what we learned. Okay. What we learned is if you want the Super M.U.S.K, which is still a good value for the price, you can get it right now until March 4th. And we also learned that I'm turning 30 tomorrow. So that's big. That's a big fucking milestone for me. We learned that Jonathan, his new name is Johnny Blankwalls because there's nothing behind him. So spread that. We learned that when Laser Pants goes silent from now on in his live streams, say something that alludes to a spiker up his ass. And then we also learned that we are all friends that love to talk cinema, love to talk movies, love to talk toys, love to talk everything. We also learned that this is probably one of the best fucking live streams. Let's fucking face it, people. And with that super chat right here, this is the best way to end it. Super chat, I know you missed it, so I'm saying again, must see, no one can save you on who. Oh, I saw that movie. Wait, did you say this and I missed the super chat? I hope not. But yes, John, you saw No One Can Save You?
No. Wait.
No One Can Save
No
You
One
is an alien movie
Hold on.
that you should watch
No
today.
one can save
Watch
you.
that movie. It's fucking great.
Oh!
The winner.
Yes,
Huh?
with Caitlin Dever.
I don't know the actress.
Well, I fucking just told you.
It's a silent movie. She says nothing in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
that's
So
great.
yes, it's great. But yes,
Yeah.
well,
God.
John, people like us talking about movies. I love movies. I would love to talk about fucking movies if people want it. It can't all be like, hey, the articulation and this and that. Like, save that for losers like fucking Laser Pants. Like, here you get all these different things. Okay?
Plus, you have a brand new movie premise that you can expect to see in the next 4 years called "Are We Still Live?"
Yes, John and I will be shooting. John will figure out the scripting of Are We Still Live? We'll have a giant fight during production. We'll make up. We'll film the movie, and then we'll release it. And again, Sundance stars. This is going to be John. If could I wear this to Sundance? Can I wear this like?
Yeah, because it's kind of
sweatshirt?
like an on-brand thing. I think you should.
Okay, got it. All right, perfect. All right, guys. No rap song. I don't think today. I'm just going to hit the end stream. Thank you.